Work, just leveling up. Check out The Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
I had never seen holes like that before.
Hahn.
I'm not comfortable touching it. No.
And Rosenberg.
I'm not breastfeeding.
No,
but
that's too bad.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3 o'clock at the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg hanging out with you until 7 o'clock. Peter is back live from Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
And we pick up strays, as you know, Peter. Sometimes it's Michael K. because he's here in studio. But today we picked up a stray that I don't think we've picked up before, and that's the great Chris Carlin. Still hanging around 2 hours after his show. How about that?
Well, we can pick him up now because he's so much lighter and he looks amazing.
That's a
gorgeous.
great.
Oh,
great
yeah?
take
Ask
by
Rick.
Rick enjoyed that a little too much.
Peter, I stuck around, no joke, because I had my weekly therapy appointment via Zoom at 2 o'clock, so I would have been cutting it a little tight.
Yeah, that seems to be a new thing for you now. I like this, that now when you have therapy...
Oh, no, therapy's not new.
No. Getting to see you at the station, though. That part where you do the call at the station, it's like a bonus.
Maybe for you. I mean, I could understand where it would be a bonus for you. Maybe,
but not for you. I
net negative over here, but that's just me.
See, there was always a rumor that Barbara Streisand would never get a nose job because she was afraid that it would affect her voice. I've always felt that therapy, which I desperately need, would hurt me as a talk show host. Because I think my therapy is ranting and screaming about the things I'm passionate about. If all of a sudden I just became, like everything's fine, then it wouldn't be the same Don LaGreca.
Like when the Fonz stopped wearing the leather jacket.
And all of a sudden the jukebox thing didn't work.
Are you going to tell me that Don's going to lose his mystical powers if he goes to therapy? Like the Fonz, exactly. He couldn't turn on the jukebox anymore.
Yeah.
It's good that we're sticking with the
I hate to ruin this for you because I'm such a proponent of therapy. But, yes. Don, I don't think it would work that quickly. Okay? I don't think all of a sudden you'd be normal.
Well, how long are we talking?
This man is healed.
Have you ever been ghosted by a therapist? Because I have.
Really?
Yes.
That can't be good for your mentals.
It's not.
It can't be.
So here's the thing.
Ghosted.
This happened probably 3 years ago, where all of a sudden, after a few weeks, I could not get my therapist on the phone. And he was an older guy, and I thought, oh, God, maybe something
Was
happened.
his name Morris?
It was not named Morris. No.
Okay.
But, yeah, it went on and on. But I kept calling the office back, and he had gotten sick one other time, and one of his associates called me.
All right.
I kept calling the office back. Message never changed. Nobody died. We're still around.
So you're just, he's just not returning.
Ghosted by a therapist.
Did you ever see What About Bob?
Oh, yeah.
You were Bob.
Exactly. Exactly. I absolutely
Alan,
would have shown up.
You read my mind.
Right? He was Bob.
Did you go up to Lake Winnipesaukee?
Right. Show up at his summer house.
Oh, what a great Bill Murray vehicle.
Oh, my God. It's a top. To me, it may be my number one Bill Murray movie of all time.
Oh,
How about
that's
that?
strong.
That's strong.
That's
When
strong
they
and
get to
inaccurate is what that is.
When they get to the Good Morning America scene.
Oh, my God.
And Bob literally takes over the whole thing. It is when Bob, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, Dr. Albert Schweitzer, and Dr. Leo Marvin. Those are the three names. He's just at his best, dude.
That is very underrated because that movie never gets brought up. When you talk about Bill Murray, it's
a top five Bill Murray. Yeah.
Groundhog Day. They should be mentioning What About Bob.
No, I agree. What About Bob deserves mentioning. It's great to see you guys all together. Well, not all, but still here and, hanging out.
Still here.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good to see you. Now, there was some discussion recently this week about whether or not somebody said something about you coloring your hair. Something like that come up. Let me tell you something. You are a silver fox in every way. Right. And I am not joking here. I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to do any of this.
Mm-hmm.
But there is not a man that has gone gray more gracefully and beautifully that I have seen than you. I used to think, all right, is Hahn, I would stand off to the side when I'd be over at the Seaport and I'd see you doing Get Up. And I'm like, is Hahn dying there? Like, what's going on? I don't know. Do we want to do that? It couldn't have worked out better for you.
Seriously?
Seriously.
He's
Two things
a
for you.
damn good-looking man.
He is.
Two things for you.
No question about it.
Number one.
And I'm not BSing here. I'm being completely serious.
It's awkward, but I appreciate it. Two things. So number one,
accept the love of another man. That's all I'm saying.
I will hug it out. Although I think whatever Rick left off, I'll pick up from where he left off. The funny thing is that this morning the hairstylists at before Get Up, because we've been talking about.
I never got to meet them.
She's lovely, Anita.
Yeah.
Wait, because of no appearances or no hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. But they're the ones that encouraged it. The makeup artists and the hair. So they were the ones saying, just let it go. So I did, and everything else that happened. But the problem is that once you let it go, and then you start realizing studio lights pick up every single strand, and it just exasperates it. So I said, listen, my wife hates it. She doesn't like the gray at all. Like the gray. She's a lot younger. She's a lot younger than me, so she doesn't want to see me get old.
Okay.
So the other thing is my 18-year-old daughter, who's never said a word about it at all, the other day was like, Dad, certain things you wear, it looks really gray. Like, you ever think about coloring it? And I'm like, wait, now you? So I told Anita, how about we can we do something with it? I'm kind of, and she's trying to talk me out of it. Then she goes, all right, this today. So I don't know if you notice it. It's
a little darker today, it feels like.
She darkened it without putting color in it. There's some kind of little thing that they put in your hair. Now, if I ran my fingers through my hair, it'd probably be all over my hands. But she did it just to say, see if this is enough for you. And I'm like, I think it was fine. But it's funny that you bring it up today because I thought for sure I'm going to walk in. Everybody's going to be like, oh, you colored your hair.
No.
So it still doesn't even look it.
No, not really from here. I think it looks great. I think it looks phenomenal. But I'm clearly not the ones that you have to impress.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Really just want to make sure Stephanie still, sees me as an attractive man instead of the old guy that sleeps next to her.
I mean, I hate to say it. No offense.
Lori Lon.
Is she blind? I mean,
really?
You're good.
Come on, man. You're fine. Like that. That's
when you say, and he doesn't mean fine. He means fine.
Don't say.
Peter, why doesn't he just say to me, you know what? I've been letting myself go a little bit. I'm a little overweight these days. Why don't you just kick me square in the groin?
In the gonads.
You're the one that went there.
That's basically what you're doing.
You went there. You could have gone Knicks.
I'm
you
saying.
could have gone Mets. You decided to go hair.
No,
and
I
it
did.
is a sensitive topic.
No, but
right
it's
now.
not. It's not about the hair. It's more about that. You somehow try to play off this humble thing of not being an attractive man.
That's right.
You were an attractive man. You're going to have to live with that. You're going to have to bear that cross, my friend. I know Easter was a couple of weeks ago, but, life is your own Good Friday, apparently, carrying that cross. How are we doing?
This is fantastic.
Really, anybody regret something? Hey, stick around here for a few minutes.
So preparing for the draft, are we, Chris?
This is so good. We haven't even gotten into.
Don, you want to do a little mock draft? Let's go.
Let's go there. See, I thought we'd either go there or we could just talk about Bart.
No, Peter.
We can talk about Bart too.
Peter,
boy.
They don't listen.
Yeah.
Because you guys both should go to therapy together, like a Bart
Just
session.
on Bart.
Yeah, just talk about hashing out, dealing with him.
Here's the thing, though. Bart just has this joy of life that I am so envious of.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know if you followed him at all on social when he just went to Africa on vacation. And he's in Senegal. And then I look up, and then Bart's in Paris. Mm-hmm. And the funniest moment was last Sunday night where I look up, and Bart just posted something from Paris. And it's like, he's at some bar, and there's a party and the whole thing. And I texted John, hey, Bart's still coming back tomorrow? And I think so.
And was he there?
And I'm thinking, well, maybe Bart just posted when he got home. No,
he was there.
Absolutely.
Who's better than me? That's who.
That doesn't even make sense. Why have I not played that before?
Sounds like he can smoke some meat.
I have been.
Sorry?
I have been in this life with him as well, where he'll come back from various vacations, and it's as if he was home the whole time.
Yeah.
He doesn't ever feel the effects of I've been away. He just shows up the next day, and it's Bart. And the joy of life that he has, to me, is the allure of him because it gets you past some of the other stuff with him, like taking a call during the show.
And how he'll make you feel. And this was a couple of weeks ago.
He does make you feel great.
He really does.
Yeah,
A few weeks ago, we were at the Knicks game with fans and some clients and some partners, I should say.
Good that you guys told me you were there. Thanks.
I don't want to, first of all, I got there right at 7.
No.
And, I didn't want to bother you. I'm not going to bother you. You're working. You think I wouldn't have come down and schnored every aspect of hanging out with Hahn for 3 hours?
Courtside.
Very sensitive, Chris.
Please don't come down and sit courtside.
You got to tell me you're in the building.
I
just want to know you're in the building.
I will next time. That's the first one I've been to all year because I don't leave home. Anyway, point being, John is looking at his watch. It's 7:40. He asked Bart to be there at 7. It's nowhere to be found.
Of course.
And John's looking at me like, can you believe this? And I'm like, are you new?
Yeah.
Like, why would you think that this was going to happen? But then he walks in 90 seconds later, and it was the day before John's birthday, and he puts his hands on John's back, and he goes, we're going to make some bad decisions tonight. And then walks over, and he could not have been connecting with the clients and making them feel so much better about themselves. Like, I wish I had that trait.
Incredible skill.
Where you make somebody feel awesome in the moment. I only know a couple people who have.
I've hung around the city with him where there's a total stranger walking a dog, and he will just casually start a conversation about the dog with the person to the point where that person now realizes, I've got a special dog. I didn't even know how special this dog was because of Bart.
Yeah.
And it's because he just knew something about that breed of dog, and he would talk for 10 minutes about it.
And then there is the other side of Bart.
Which is Dom Smith.
Dom Smith, which is...
What are the Yankees' problems? They don't have Dom Smith.
Yeah.
What should the Mets do? They should get Dom Smith.
It's,
So there you go. There you go, Don.
But Chris makes it work 10-1 every day.
What you and Peter do talking about Michael, this is what we needed to we needed to get this out.
Yeah, you brought it up.
That's why I said therapy.
A little bit.
This was helpful.
But yeah, listen, I love him to death.
Same.
But he will drive me up the wall in 1 minute and make me feel amazing.
And walk that line where there's things that he says, and you're like, I don't know what to say now.
I have now a recorded disclaimer that I play.
You need that.
Yeah.
You need that.
And it's just, Chris will not be commenting on what Bart just said. While he finds it humorous, he values his career entirely too much.
Now, the one with the big bone, you just grab the bone and flip it over?
Oh, yeah.
Before this all happened, they were trying to get my goat, Peter, saying, "Oh, have Chris do a mock draft." I'd appreciate.
I love it.
A mock draft from you, right now. You don't have to do it.
I can do an hourly one if you want.
But that's where if he came back at 4 o'clock and did one, and then 5 o'clock did a different one. That's what I'm talking about.
A lot
it gets
changes
a little
in the course of an afternoon. We're 1 week
Starts
away.
out as a mock draft. This is what might happen to a mock draft. I'm now mocking you now.
Yeah.
I'm mocking your sickness of how much you love the draft.
Yeah.
But you'll be in Pittsburgh doing it for ESPN Radio.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited, too, for the draft. Do you have any, just your personal feelings on what the Giants should do at 5?
So I've gotten a lot of this the last couple of days. I don't think they're going to do – Jordan's is still in the camp if he thinks they're going to do Jeremiah Love if he's there. I don't think they're going to do it either way.
Even if he's there?
Even if he's there, I don't think they're going to do it.
Really?
I was listening to Harbaugh last week talk, and he was talking about – he was kind of emphasizing how Scadaboo's really on target and kind of downplayed the fact that Neighbors may not necessarily be on target for when he's coming back, and it just made me think more and more, not receiver, but just being a little bit more practical in the moment. And I could absolutely see, and from the people I have talked to in the last week who have evaluated but also coached against the Ohio State guys, and specifically Sonny Styles, it would be awfully difficult to pass on him if he was sitting there. Just the way, the reverence with which he is spoken about, it's interesting. Like Arvell Reese, there's been a little bit of mixed bag, but yeah, Sonny Styles seems to be universally regarded.
And where does Harbaugh, what's his background? Is Baltimore, and what is Baltimore all about?
Yeah, I mean, they're all about defense.
Doesn't it feel like?
Listen, I understand the Love thing. There's one, for whatever anybody wants to tell you, there's one running back in this draft. There's one.
Right.
And that's.
But, and I get this all the time. We bring it up on the show all the time about I was against Barkley going at 2 because you don't pay running backs. So don't draft them high if you're not going to pay them. I'm all for taking Love if they're willing to pay him whatever he needs to get paid if he ends up being the beast that he is. If you're going to mess around and say, well, we can't pay you, unfortunately, Love, because we got to deal with Neighbors, we got to deal with Dart, we just paid Dart, and Carter's coming to his own. We got to pay him. So now you're the odd man out, and then you're playing the game you do with Barkley. We got to franchise you, or now we're going to have to let you go because we can't afford to pay you, or we can't give you the money that you want. If take him at 5, but then pay him as if he's somebody that's going to be a part of your organization forever. If you're going to tool around with the money, then go someplace else. That's why I don't like to take running backs high. But maybe Harbaugh bucked the trend. It is starting to look like running backs are becoming more important, but are they going to start to get paid?
What I would point out is that Harbaugh is also the same guy that brought in Derrick Henry when a lot of people thought he was done. So maybe that trend does get bucked. And
that's like what the Eagles brought in Barkley.
Unique case, but he wasn't. Do you think it would have gone differently if Barkley was, if Harbaugh was the coach when the decision was being made on Barkley?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, Dable was the reason why they moved on from Barkley, because what he was doing, Barkley did not fit that system.
And it's going to be incredibly ironic if Jeremiah Love is the pick at 4.
Well, it's interesting.
You're right. But again, he's about the line of scrimmage, right?
Would it have been, I want Barkley, we're paying Barkley? Or would it have been, Jones ain't the guy, so let's not jerk around and let's let Jones go and let's pay Barkley. Yeah. I think it would have been more definitive. The Giants, they couldn't figure it out, so let's give a 2-year contract, a 4-year contract, but get out at 2 because we're not sure about Jones. They were trying to play both sides.
Yeah,
I think Harbaugh, if you're right about his conviction to running backs, it would have come at the expense of, all right, we're not going to get Jones. We'll get another quarterback. We're not going to pay him $40 million. Mm-hmm. We're not going to mess around with deciding should we franchise. Well, they would have blanked or got off the pot with Jones, which the Giants never did. Yeah. I'm now mock.
So you like this. You just think you don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't like it.
That's a lot of draft talk for a guy who didn't want to talk about the draft.
But see, Peter, why do people misunderstand me?
And now you like it. I think
I don't. I love the draft. I mean, I don't understand. They're sitting in in Pittsburgh with 250,000 people jumping around like it's New Year's to pick a guy that 5 minutes ago you didn't know existed. But I'm saying I look forward to the draft. Oh. But these mock drafts from Mel.
I want you there on Saturday at about 6 p.m. Just starting round 7.
And there's people still cheering.
Still there.
No, but if I had to work it, I'd work it. I'd enjoy it. But if Mel's coming up with 12 different mock drafts.
But that's why the fans
only one mattered.
Wait,
the one he thought. Then how did it change?
Because these mocks, you just said, pick the guy you have no idea about. No, I do. You know why I do? Because I've been reading all the mocks. So when they say a name, I'm like, oh, I know that guy.
And you start
I read all this stuff about him.
Yeah.
It's the guy.
It's like learning sex from Penthouse Forum. It's all made up. But because if you notice what I asked Chris.
Are you trying to tell me
I didn't ask Chris I didn't ask Chris what he's hearing. I didn't ask Chris what general managers are lying to him about. I asked Chris, a guy that's done his homework, what do you think the Giants will do at 5? What he thinks.
I don't ever ask them when I'm talking to guys who are either evaluators or coaches. I don't ever ask them about where they think they're going to go or who they're going to take or anything.
Because you're good at what you do.
I want the evaluation of the player that they like versus don't.
And that's why Mel is so good, because he knows college football players better than anybody.
Right.
But once he starts talking about what GMs are telling him, you lose me. Because, first of all, is there a connection there? And second of all, what is the motivation for them to tell you the truth? The Raiders are the only team that can tell you the truth. They got the first pick.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Sometimes I need you to be a little sunnier. That's all. Because we're in a dark world, and I love you.
Oh, well, wait.
Love you.
You want some sun?
Oh, boy.
When you leave and get to go home. And
I'm not leaving.
He's here.
Well,
this is his
we're going to ask you to leave the studio.
Oh.
You can ask.
Okay.
That's all right.
The sun that's going to shine on the Mets at like 3:25. Stay tuned for that.
That's amazing. Do you know? Can I bring something else up for a second, just for the hell of it? I don't know if you care. And like I said, I'm just here, so.
I hope you go where I want you to go.
Well, I don't. Probably not. Do you know? I don't think that you and I have ever discussed this, but I am so jealous of the fact that you're out there and getting ready for WrestleMania. The biggest regret of my career was about 15, 16 years ago. My agent at the time came to me and said, hey, there's an opportunity to go and audition at the WWE. And I said no.
You said you were all good.
It's not like they were. I want to be clear. They were not asking for me directly. They were taking people for auditions. Exactly. And I said no, not realizing like what I could have been
easily.
But
you were making so much money hand over fist. At
no,
SNY.
I wasn't.
Oh,
I really
that
wasn't.
snack wall.
I really wasn't. And I just at the time I'm like, I actually said this sentence. No, I want to be a serious broadcaster.
Oh, my God.
I actually said that, and it is so much the biggest regret of my life.
It's aged so badly, too.
So badly.
Because, as we've seen, just take a look around everywhere, sports broadcasting is not serious.
Well,
and WWE just continues to rake and make more and more dough.
But can I jump in and say, and Peter, you would know better than anybody, you work with them. Honest opinion.
Yeah.
Would that not be in his wheelhouse?
WWE?
Yeah.
I think he could be great.
He'd be like, seriously, not great.
I mean, he would have had to have lost the weight that he just lost now back then, but still. I don't know if they've ever
I'm
had.
sorry. Do they have a weight restriction at the WWE and I missed it?
No. I can't imagine that's even something to think about.
Well, I'm trying to think honestly. Has there ever been besides me, because I'm husky for sure.
I don't know. Some guy named Gorilla Monsoon?
Yeah, but he was a pro wrestler.
Yeah, I understand that. Look at me. I can look like I wrestled on some circuit at some point.
People would believe it.
Yes.
They would believe it.
What about nephew of Bundy?
Exactly.
You made a mistake. You should have tried out. You should have tried out.
Vader's doing commentary.
It's Vader time. It's Vader.
And then he'd have a beef with Paul Heyman. This would all work out.
I get that a lot.
Paul Heyman even.
I get the voice. My voice sounds like Paul Heyman a lot.
You guys do have some sort of there's a New Yorkie quality you guys both share.
Fat, bald, nasally. I got it. Yeah.
No, that's not where I was going. I was going to ask you.
I know what your little antonyms or synonyms mean. Okay.
What I was
New
going
Yorkie
to ask
quality, fat, bald, nasally. Got it.
Before you leave,
like Paul Heyman guys. You think their attitude's too smug.
I hear it.
I hear it.
Yeah, there's
too.
something. Now, before you go, I am not going to. I promise. Don't worry, everybody. I'm not going to get into the politics of it all.
Oh, please do.
Have you ever seen anything more fraudulent than what Sid Rosenberg posted on social media yesterday?
First of all, you're assuming I've seen what Sid Rosenberg posted on social media.
Well, he's a Yankee fan now, and he had a Judge jersey, and I was sickened by it. It had Judge on the back.
He announced at 59 years old because Mr. Met hugged Mom Donnie. He's leaving his lifelong fandom of the Mets and joined the Yankees at 59 years old and wore the jersey with the name on the back.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not a bit at all. Yeah, that's all real. Yeah, Sid. If there's anything I've ever known about Sid, genuine is the word I would use.
And by the way, Don, thanks for that ride home from the city from the softball game.
Yeah, that was a special moment.
What?
Don had me and Sid Rosenberg sharing a car ride.
Sid came
for an
to
hour
the softball game.
Sid came to the softball because I've known Sid for a long time. And you know what? He pins it on me. Peter needed a ride home.
Yeah.
No, it was reverse.
Oh, no, you gave him the ride home. That's right.
He schnurred the ride home.
But
yeah.
you could have said no.
No, how do you say no?
I'll
can't
tell
say
you what,
no.
How do you not have a podcast? The Rosenbergs. Like this would be.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
Listen, you know how unpredictable broadcasting is, Pete. You know?
I mean, it could be.
Hey, listen, there would certainly be a divergence of opinion and ideas. I think that's correct.
What
an audience that hates each other?
Yes,
tremendous.
How about the first guest on what's the new podcast called again?
Validate Me.
Validate Me. Yeah, you and I could have a hell of a conversation on that show.
Yeah. By the way, we should do it. I like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We both got serious problems. Back to your therapy.
So I want to use my therapy to help you make money. So yeah, I'll be on.
Thank you. I enjoy that.
Enjoy your day here on the ESPN floor. We appreciate
I'm leaving.
You.
I'm out.
Oh, you are out.
Finally, I'm out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, it's always good to see you. You look great. Good luck in Pittsburgh.
I love you all very much.
I love you too.
You're the best.
I do miss you.
And we are going to have a meal. It's been too long.
It has been too long.
We live in the same state.
We do, and closer than we used to.
Yeah.
So we absolutely should.
The great Chris Carlin. You can catch him with Bart 10 to 1, Monday through Friday, right here on ESPN New York.
Nobody else has to. What's up?
Alan always claps alone. You got to help. You got to jump in with
I'm a lonely clapper.
Mets lose their 8th in a row.
Is that what they call it?
And I'm going to shine some sun on the New York Mets coming up next.
Oh, boy.
It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg all together again here on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
It's great to be in this position, but it doesn't really mean anything because at the end of the day, when you get in the playoffs, you got to find a way to win 4 of those 7.
The Hawks.
Atlanta's a good team. They're a good team. Everybody's good, especially at this time of the year.
The NBA playoffs.
You are better than Atlanta. Period. Stop. You should go out and you should beat Atlanta. And it should not be one of these extended series either.
No, you should beat them in 5.
You should.
Game 1 coverage begins Saturday at 5 on 880, 1050, and the ESPN New York app.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Paramus, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches. Even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly, professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Paramus at the Courtyard by Marriott, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold. The bright yellow building on Route 9 South in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Good afternoon, guys. Cross Bronx to the outbound George, just about an hour. Outbound Lincoln or Holland, about 15 apiece. Inbound George is okay despite the upper level right lane roadwork we have till 4:30 this afternoon. Delays on Long Island. There's an overturned car on the Southern State westbound at Baldwin Road, single laning westbound. Onlooker delays on the Southern State eastbound near Baldwin Road, but everything's open on the eastbound side. We're sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drugged driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. Visit madd.org or call 877-MAD-HELP. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today. Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
What is this?
This is Vader's theme. And Vader was a great wrestler from WCW and WWE. He was known for being fat and bald. Another bonus of Vader, besides his imposing presence, was his stench was almost legendary. So I like that for Carlin, too, that it's not just that he's a large, bald man, but known for being among the sweatiest and stinkiest of wrestlers.
Oh.
Well, I mean...
How's that a sell? I got this idea for a wrestler. Oh, what do you got? He's Vader. Oh, that's a great name. But he's morbidly obese. He has no hair. He sweats and he stinks. Oh, okay. I thought you were going someplace else.
Shawn Michaels
like Darth
had
Vader.
God as a tag team partner. I think that not the best ideas came out of WWE at times.
Yeah, at certain times. My point was I wasn't trying to be hard on Chris, but it was just hard to picture in WWE a non-wrestler who's a rather large, portly man. I don't know that I recall it, if I was being honest. That was all. You think I heard him?
It stung him a little bit.
I think so.
I'm sorry. I love him.
He'll overcome it, I'm sure. Well, he's got his therapist to
chase down.
To call as long as he doesn't get ghosted by it. Oh, you know what? We could balance it out if you like. We had a little issue with Monica yesterday.
Yes.
She kind of got distracted and forgot about her 4 o'clock hit.
Oh, boy.
So you know how I take these things. She was out. Done. Anthony rebooks her for 5. I reluctantly agree. But I give it to her. Like, come on. You know, this is important. The fans are looking forward to you. 4 o'clock every Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I said, unless it had something to do with the fact that there was no Peter. And she shot that down right away.
Way too short, way too bald, not my type.
Oh,
direct quote.
That was harsh.
Your thoughts?
The people at YouTube are getting an eyeful right now. That stung Peter.
Can I hear it one more? So you said to her, do you have a thing for Peter? Is that
yes,
what
that's
that was
exactly
that's how I was putting it. Did she not care about coming on because there was no Peter? Because maybe she's got a hankering for some Peter.
But you made clear that not because Peter's your boy and you guys have been friendly for a long time, but you made it sound like there could be something romantic.
That's the way she took it, and this was her response.
Way too short, way too bald, not my type.
I mean, it's borderline my Mahomes drop.
Yes, very similar.
That's how bad that
is. It is very similar.
Well, I'm gonna. I gotta write her right now.
Yeah, you should respond.
I would,
because we made it very clear that we were going to repurpose this.
She knew.
This show has to repurpose that.
You know what hurts more? You know what hurts the most? I think.
What is that?
The bald. In this case, normally I don't mind the bald. But in this case, that hurts. Now, it could have been worse. She could have said way too fat. That would have hurt the most.
But you're not fat.
Well, I could be way too fat for her. I mean, I think I'm in significantly worse shape than her husband. So, you know. But the bald thing, it feels like she could have just left it at way too short. You know?
Well,
but
she
how tall was
wanted to be
Monica?
specific on the reasons why you would never be a couple.
How about how about Peter and I are both happily married? We're friends. That's
she could have been nice about it. She chose violence.
She chose violence. No, Monica woke up yesterday and made a choice, and the choice was, I want to burn it down with Peter today. It's over.
Yeah, they're attacking me, so let me attack someone.
But this completely balanced out the day for you, Don, because you were momentarily out on Monica.
Yeah, and then I was right back.
And then she does something like that and totally redeems herself.
Oh, yeah, he was so happy.
Well, because this was just a gift. I mean, it really was. It was harsh and it was wrong. She shouldn't have done that, but I'm glad she did because that's what this show's about.
Can I do something to make myself feel better then, since you just knocked me down a peg?
No, sure.
And this has not been talked about. I'm asking this live for the first time, and I admit this is sort of a cheap shot, but I want to do it. Anthony, how much better is my shot, and how much easier was I to connect with than when Don's been on the road for the last?
Well, I didn't have to do much. You were here.
Just here and on for you, right?
Yeah, well, listen.
See? Don, I got some things going for me. Look at me. I can set up a camera.
Well, I don't think it was my inability to set up a camera. I was at certain places where it was it me or was it where I was at?
Well, no, that last trip you took that wasn't the Boston trip was, I don't know what happened.
Dallas, Nashville, Carolina.
That was something.
Those hotels just didn't have proper internet.
Right.
And I got to tell you.
Go ahead.
Again, we stay at the best hotels. But I would say of the 3 hotels we stayed at, the worst of the 3 was the Carolina hotel, and that had the best internet.
You have to have something if you're the worst hotel.
True.
But remember, I'm not on the hotel internet. I'm on this Verizon thing that allows me to do it. And the thing about me is, Don, I'm going to show you something incredible here. If we had an issue and I couldn't get on with the Comrex, I also have this USB microphone to run into my computer, so I could always connect to him via the air link.
That's what I did when I was in
He will in 2
Canada.
minutes.
You'll see it on YouTube in an hour, but you trust me.
Yeah.
Anyways, Don, I want to hear you shine the sun, or sun the shine, on your beloved Nye Mets.
Yeah. Well, the sun that I'm going to shine is through a, what do they call the, not a microscope, but those, when you use like
telescope?
When you burn ants with
magnifying
glass.
Magnifying glass.
Because I'm just so disgusted. I gave him the benefit of the doubt the day before because it was a great pitching duel with McNeil and Yamamoto. No matter what's going on, that could have happened where they lose that game 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fire it up and lose 8-2 the next day. This is exactly why Steve Cohen shouldn't tweet out all these, roses. Everything's fine, because then what do you do when you lose the next day 8-2? And your bullpen implodes and you only score 2 runs, which is double the amount of runs that you've scored over the last 30-something innings, but still.
Mm-hmm.
But what really set me off, and it's been a theme among a lot of Met fans. Mike Navarro is a sales guy here at ESPN, big Met fan. And he approaches me over by the coffee machine. He's like, Don, what are you killing the Mets?
This is great.
What are you killing the Mets for? It's not even 20 games into the season, man. Don't you remember 2024 when they looked like they were dead? Now, enough.
Amazing.
Stop giving this team the benefit of the doubt. It's early. We've seen them turn it around before. I said, Dave, what was the turnaround in 2024? You lost in 6 games to the Dodgers and then followed it up by winning 83 games the next year. Nothing ever sustainable. Little flares like we talked about. A run here, a run there. Bad start, great finish, great start, bad finish. When are you going to find some sustainability? When are you going to be able to find some consistency? Instead of this big year where they let a lot of name players, significant players out the door. In Alonso, in Nimmo, in McNeil, Diaz. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I said, you know what? Those guys weren't winning anyway. Let's bring in some fresh people. And I gave David Stearns the benefit of the doubt. And Dave is right. It is early in the sense of there's no sense like walking away and giving up. But to not hammer them, to not be frustrated, to not be disgusted, I think is letting them up. To be in the situation they're in, losing 8 consecutive games. I'm sorry. Inexcusable. And I've got an owner trying to tell me how much baseball he knows by going, oh, that would have been a home run on a warmer day. And Lindor's starting to hit. Then you send out that tweet like I'm Mr. Baseball, and then the next day Lindor goes 0 for 4. and you get 2 runs. So I'm sorry. I'm allowed to be frustrated. I'm allowed to be disgusted. Does that mean I'm going to stop watching? Does that mean I'm going to stop being a fan? No, that's foolish. Because they might be able to turn it around. They might be able to save their season. But what are they doing long-term to make me feel good about where they are as a franchise? That the only thing I can hang my hat on is, well, it's early. Maybe they'll turn it around. Maybe they'll go on a run. Maybe they will. And who's to say that run won't take you all the way, maybe to the cusp of the World Series? What, to just have it all fall apart again the next year when you start off miserable and this is the game that we're supposed to play? So I think, Alan and Peter, I'm allowed to be disgusted to where my baseball team is. And if I hear one more time, oh, Don, it's early, you know what that just tells me? You accept the beating. You accept being a loser. Because you root for a franchise that gives you nothing, and you sit there and gobble it up because every once in a while they'll throw you a piece of bologna. Thanks for the bologna. More, sir. More, please. Like you're Oliver. That's what you are as a Met fan. You're Oliver. Hoping for more gruel. And maybe this will be the year that the gruel is overflowing and you fill up your belly. But next thing, somebody will punch you in the stomach and you'll throw it back up. And then you get back damn in line again. More, please. More, please. Have some more gruel, please. Because I love being a Met fan, and I love having it shoved in my face all the time, and I'll always give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'll always tell you that it's early, and I'll always tell you that there's more time, and you got to believe, and the amazing Mets, yay! No, take your gruel and stick it up your nose, all right? I'm going to continue to watch you because I hate myself. And I've got issues. Maybe I should see a therapist. But I'm not going to sit there and give you the benefit of the doubt and hope for more gruel. I'm going to hammer you. I'm going to be disgusted with you. And I'm going to be sick and tired of you. Turn it around. Show me something. Because I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt anymore because you're the Mets and you suck.
Somebody needed to say it because
I didn't know
season,
gruel would be said so many times today.
I didn't know the Mets would be talked about in an English accent either, but I loved it.
But that's Oliver.
But it's of course. It was very well done. Very well done.
That's Oliver to you and me.
Oliver, the Met fan.
That's right.
And we probably have to, throughout the season, bring Oliver back in every now and then to check in on him. But it's literally what does need to be said, and it's not said enough. And the owner, to me, as we said this yesterday, putting out a tweet like that is you trying to spin the positive and make sure that no one's getting upset. You know what? Maybe it's time somebody got upset. And I'm telling you right now, you said it, Don, when the season just started, in its infancy. You said this, and it pissed people off, but you were right. Carlos Mendoza should be on thin ice. Not because he's a bad manager, because he might not be the right manager for this team. He might not be the right manager for this team. Nobody might be, because this team might be a very flawed team.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see how flawed it is.
That is going to not only just be like, he's really good with strategy and he really understands that. No. That's fine. But you might need somebody to go in there that can swing it every now and then, that can look at players in the eye and say, what are we doing? What are you doing? That can talk a little more about what's going wrong rather than just focus on what's going right. Don't be so delicate. These are professional athletes. And you're so right. You ended the season looking like this. How can you possibly start the season looking like this?
With different players.
With different players, which tells you maybe it's not the players. Maybe there's something else going on, either in that clubhouse or in
there's
the culture
definitely
of the
something
franchise.
going on. And what you're seeing is
there's something not right about that.
Yeah, because
team.
whatever they tried to extract to get it right
that
didn't
wasn't
work.
it. Yeah, the weed was not pulled.
So the Viking pest control's coming to fix the problem.
Oh.
You're right? And they're looking around trying to solve the problem, and they think they've got it figured out. But then the ants come back. And then you realize, you know what? Whatever we did didn't work. We've got to come back and we've got to fix something else. We've got to extract something else or add something else. Now, again, it's early enough to say, is it enough of a sample size to say it flat out didn't work? But to Alan's point, if you look at the end of last year, it looks a lot like it did the start of this year, which makes you think that whatever you tried to fix didn't work. So you better get it right, because how many more kicks at the can do you get? How many more trades do you have to make?
How many chances you get, as a wise man once said. And Don, also, I just hope one day we get more information on, we started the season speculating were the moves made in some ways because of Lindor's relationships and personality?
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's more and more obvious.
Listen, to your point, Don, they were bad last year, right? So let's not act like things were good.
Second half last year.
Yeah,
bad.
Second half last year, sorry. But you're also looking up right now at some of the guys who are on this team who are not on the team anymore and are raking this year. And you think, were all of the decisions made last year made for the right reasons?
That's the problem. And that's why, again, no Soto. This has worked out great for Soto, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the minute he goes out, the whole thing falls apart. And you're looking at Lindor like, well, you are the guy that fancies himself as the leader of this team. You are another star on this team, and you don't look anywhere near that role. You don't look like that guy. And the room doesn't seem to be rallying around you in any way. So, once again, maybe it is about you. But here's the problem. If he's too close to ownership, how are you moving him?
You're not.
When you say, you got to make a choice between Soto and Lindor, and you can't keep them together and all that stuff, and guys are side-eyeing him. Well, the problem is that you're never going to convince the owner to move him. Not to say that he can't, because you can eat the money. It's that he doesn't want to, and that's a bigger problem.
I'll tell you what. There's a lot going on with this team, and there's also a lot going on in the NBA. And you could enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the play-in tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get in on the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. 21 or over, physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit one entry. Profit Boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable Profit Boost token. Restrictions apply. Non-withdrawable bonus bets will expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, easy enough for me to say, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or you text HOPE-NY 467-369.
All right, your calls on the Mets, 1-800-919-3776. According to reports, Dexter Lawrence with a very bold statement. We're getting closer and closer to Game 1 Knicks-Hawks. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra income for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. Gain extra income, increase exposure for your business, and connect with neighbors. It's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. Interested in learning more? Visit Amazon.com/hubdelivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Min. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Now through April 23rd, get to Floor & Decor's flagship store in Brooklyn at 850 3rd Avenue. Enter the Design Your Day with K sweepstakes presented by Floor & Decor. Discover unmatched selection, unbelievable prices, plus standout looks in tile, wood, stone, and more. Explore fresh ideas, find your inspiration, and see real people, real projects. The Design Your Day with K sweepstakes, only at Floor & Decor in Brooklyn. Now through April 23rd. Visit ESPNNewYork.com for full details and rules.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
So we're keeping an eye on the Yankees. They're down to the Angels 6-4, and the Angels have been pesky in this series. Yankees had to come back to win the first game 11-10.
I was going to say pain in the ass, but pesky's nicer.
And then the Yankees got the big ninth inning last night, and now the game 4 here, they're going to have to come back again. It's only the 6th inning or the top of the 7th.
Top 7. There's plenty of time left, but Judge with his 8th to lead off the game, or at least not lead off, but you know what I mean, in the first inning, to put the Yankees ahead. Stanton hit one out as well. The Yankees had a 3-2 lead, and then Rice just hit one after giving up a 4-run inning. Rice leads off the bottom of the 6th with a home run. It gets you kind of feeling like you're back in it at least 6-4 from 6-3, but you know you're gonna obviously still need another comeback win is going to be necessary for them to to get today's game. But this has been it's been a frustrating run here, although they have worked out some wins out of it, but
they caught a break last night with a missed pop-up.
Yep. But it's been a mess.
But listen, their offense is going to be fine, even with the bottom of the order being
Fried
what
was
it
good.
is.
It just got into the 6th inning and then got kind of lost
the bullpen has left a little bit to be desired. And honestly, outside of the Dodgers, baseball is just colossally average.
Wow.
Right? We'll take a look at it. When you look at the standings in Major League Baseball, tell me I'm wrong.
Stand by.
All right? It doesn't nobody's really, again, the Dodgers are the outlier, right? The Dodgers are 14-4.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But otherwise,
I mean, Atlanta's the only team I think. Well, they're playing 600 ball, but so is the Pirates. Pirates 11-7.
Right. So you've got the Pirates in first place. I
Anybody
don't know
over
how sustainable that is.
winning
And Minnesota is 11-8.
San Diego's 12.
But otherwise, you look at the American League East. Tampa, Yankees 10 wins, Orioles 9. The Guardians are 10-9. Athletics are 10-8. Is that sustainable?
Yeah, there's a lot of
very
500.
average. Everybody's under 500 in the National League East, with the exception of the Braves, who are 12-7.
Yeah. This is what's great though. The Dodgers are off to a 14-4 start.
And the Padres have been good too. So.
But think about it, right? 14-4, 10 games over, and they're only 2 games up. Like you couldn't even open up a big lead,
right?
Because San Diego is good, and they're kind of just 2 games off the pace. That's going to be fun.
Just a lot of average going on.
Yeah.
As I believe Mike Trout just hit one to Jupiter.
Oh boy!
So
now he matched. He and Judge have had some series against each other.
You know, this
is kind of one for the ages. If you're being honest,
you're right.
This is like put it in the video, like in the history of these guys. This series is a moment.
I'm so glad you said that, Peter, because they have gone mano a mano. If the Angels win this game and they're up 7-4 in the top of the 7th inning, they would have split the series.
Mm-hmm.
Trout and Judge have been unworldly.
Is it 4 home runs each in this series now?
But I don't know how much of a buzz it created other than, just Yankee fans just wanting to see their team win. But this is kind of what we've always wanted to see. A nice mano-a-mano American League matchup between Trout and Judge.
What about
you
Judge?
can't get Ohtani and Judge unless you get to the World Series, right? And then the 3 times they'll play each other during the course of the year. But this is – Peter's right. This has been like one for the ages.
Yeah. I mean, again, it does feel like one's answering the other.
Wow, look at that. 4th player with 5 home runs in a series versus the Yankees.
Oh, he has 5?
I must have missed one.
So he's got 5. Judge has to have 4. He has to have 4 in this series, right?
Judge has 4.
Yeah.
2 the first game, none the second game, and 1 in each of the last 2 games.
Yeah, he had one today. I thought that was the 4th one. He's got 8 on the season.
And I
So
didn't
leading the league.
I didn't catch the other 2 names, but one of the other players was Jimmy Fox. So
yeah, so that's going back a ways.
now it is a 4-game series, but that is something. And check
But
the
if
replay.
they
This
could
one
combine
was
for
a
10.
bomb.
They could hit 10 combined home runs if there's one more.
If Judge gets one more.
And yeah, so it's really interesting stuff. So we're keeping an eye on the Yankees, talking about the Mets, an 8th consecutive loss. And let's go to and hear from some of the Met fans, and let's hear from Jeremy in the truck. You get us started off here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What do you got, man?
Yeah, hey, what's going on, guys? Don, you can't be really surprised by how bad this team is. I mean, just look at, we got Polanco instead of Alonso. We got Carson Bench instead of Nimmo. We got Simeon instead of McNeil. We got Devin Williams instead of Edwin Diaz. I mean, it's all downhill. I mean, it's the pitching. It's always been the pitching last year, and Stearns does not want to invest in pitching.
Well, but
And I don't
really,
know why
it's
he
been.
when it was all about the pitching.
But
So we can't be
I
surprised.
disagree. Listen, last night the bullpen gave it up. Devin Williams gave up the grand slam. But otherwise, we're talking about a 2-2 game. The night before, you lost 2-1. The night before that, you got shut out. Day before that, you got shut out. Like, no, it's really been about the bats. Now, I agree he doesn't like to spend for pitching. I understand. But really, their downfall right now, their 8-game losing streak has pretty much been the fact that they can't hit.
Yep.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're right. When you put it in that perspective, who's playing first base compared to last year? Who's playing second base compared to last year? Who's playing center field compared to last year? But last year, you won 83 games. All right? And you went to the playoffs and went to Game 6 of the League Championship Series in 24, and it took an epic second half after being brutal in the first half. Why can't they just give you a solid, consistent 162 games and be good? As much as Yankee fans get frustrated with no championships, they're good every year. Write it down. 90-plus wins every year. Mets have money. Mets have a new ballpark. Mets have their own television network. They play in the same city, but yet they can't seem to find, literally, since the late 80s, early 90s, any kind of consistency.
But now you have an owner that takes away all of the excuses because you can't afford the best of everything. Do they have the best of everything? And that includes manager. That includes general manager. And it also includes culture. Do they have the best of everything? Does he demand enough? Nobody wants George anymore. I can't stand it when it can't be like Steinbrenner. You know what, though? There was something good, a quality about George when he bought the team and said, World Series in 5 years, which he was right.
Right.
And then he also said, we're going to give the fans the best, and went out and got the best.
Well,
you got to demand it.
I will.
He doesn't.
We'll talk about this coming up. Take more of your phone calls. That guy Thursday at 4:30. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you up until 7 o'clock. And what do we have coming up at 7? Pat O'Keefe. Nice to see Pat back in the fold.
Hey now.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
If you manage an active facility, you don't have time for disruption. Tricon Construction specializes in working inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial buildings without shutting operations down. That means tight planning, clear communication, safe, disciplined execution, because when patients are inside, when tenants are working, when production can't stop, there's no margin for mistakes. When it has to be handled professionally and handled right, Tricon is the only choice. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
Evan Cohen here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? That's a lot of time reviewing applications. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it is game time... I like that.
It's
Right.
Folly time.
See the Yankees-Angels game? Top of the 7th inning, Yankees down 7-4. That is what's happening locally. That's all you got. Knicks don't happen for another couple of days. We don't have any hockey until next September. And, of course, the Mets are off because they got to travel to Chicago. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew. We try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Get to some football a little bit later on. That Guy Thursday coming up at 4:30. Let's get to your calls. 1-800-919-3776. Kevin is in Queens. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Kevin?
What's going on, guys? Great afternoon.
Thank you.
Listening to you guys. Real quick, hot take. Lindor might be the problem. Lindor might be the problem, guys. Who's the common denominator in all the rumors that you've been hearing, right? It was Lindor has it, right? Jeff McNeil and Lindor had an issue. Then it was, it might be Nimmo and Lindor. Now it's like it might be Soto and Lindor.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Common denominator is Lindor.
Everybody's problem seems to always be him.
But not just him, Alan. I'm just saying, like if it's a culture thing, right? We don't know what it is with the Mets, right? Like we spending all this money, right? We got great talent, whatever, and it's like I know it's only 18 games in, but it's not looking good, right? And they're saying the same things that they've been saying last year. They'll play to the back of the baseball cards. Here's my last point, right? Lindor has an amazing at-bat, right? His second at-bat yesterday, I think like an 11-pitch at-bat versus Ohtani. In the middle of the at-bat, I'm like, oh, snap. He's looking good. Lindor is, right? Maybe this at-bat, I hate this, right? The guy hit a double, and they'll be like, oh, maybe it'll turn his streak around. He had a very good at-bat. He swings at strike 3, 10 feet outside the strike zone. And then he laughs. He smiles, he laughs. Ohtani's laughing at him or smiling at him, and I get it, like that's his thing, like he smiles. But you would think that in the midst of him having all these mental lapses and all these errors that he would be like, you know what, now's not a time to smile. And immediately I was like, he's got to go. He's an issue, man. He's a problem. He's got to go.
How's he going to go?
Yeah, how are you going?
What are you doing?
I mean, a trade, like trade him.
He's under contract until 2031. You're going to have to eat a lot of money. That's the one thing Steve Cohen can do, but the problem is, does Cohen want to deal him? You saw the upheaval. Let's just say, for sake of argument, he did have a problem with McNeil, which it seems like they did. And he's got a problem with Soto. All right, Soto can win a face-off because he's got even more term left on his contract than Lindor does.
Right.
You know, but Nimmo, gone. Alonso, I don't know if had anything to do with chemistry other than I don't think Stearns was just
really
an Alonso guy.
Yeah.
Right.
But
and money, the whole thing.
But you know, Peter, what's interesting about baseball is, listen, you'd like everybody to get along. You'd like there to be some chemistry. But like in hockey, lines got to work. You got to know where people are. It's hard to be able to work well if you don't get along with each other. You spend same line, spend a lot of time together. They've got to figure out how to pass to each other, learn each other's little idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Football, the same thing. The quarterback has to be in line with the offensive line, and the offensive line's got to know what everybody else is doing. Like, there's got to be a chemistry there. Basketball, the same thing. Baseball is the one sport where, outside of maybe the relationship between the pitcher and the catcher and the second baseman and the shortstop, you can kind of not like each other and still get along.
Just make the right play.
There's plenty of examples of the Oakland A's of the 70s and the Bronx Sioux Yankees of the 70s. They didn't like it. Thurman Munson did not like Reggie Jackson, but they shared one thing in common. They both desperately wanted to win. So they got on the field and they won a bunch of games. They won a bunch of World Series.
No, Munson respected Jackson because of what he could do in a big moment.
Right, but they didn't like each other.
No, didn't have to.
They didn't agree politically. They didn't agree how baseball should be played.
Right.
They didn't agree on anything except they both wanted to win games. And they both respected how good they are. So how badly do you hate each other that it actually affects the way that you play?
Right.
Right, Peter? I mean, you go up there. That's baseball. It's no chemistry. You got a bat.
No.
Go up there and hit the ball.
If we're talking about a wide receiver and a quarterback,
yes,
it's a totally different situation.
Point guard and his
center,
forwards and a center in hockey. But in baseball, Lindor and Soto can despise each other. But you get to the plate, what does one have anything to do with the other? The ball gets hit, do you catch it? Now, if you're that much in your head, are you that good? Like, are you a winner if you can allow how you feel about the people in the clubhouse affect you to the point where your team loses 8 in a row?
But that's a different thing you just asked. Are you a winner? That's a totally different conversation than are you a good player or are you a great player? Are you a talented player? The whole league's filled with guys that have talent. Winners, different story.
Yeah, and
did everybody love Derek Jeter?
Listen,
now, after the championships, like, going into 2009 and even after 2009, did everybody love Jeter? Was he like the great teammate?
I don't know. Probably, maybe not. I don't.
When A-Rod came around, who was the more popular teammate? They both had their ups and downs.
Well,
right? They didn't love each other. You know that.
Yes.
They did not. Alex tried. He tried. He always
tried
wanted,
too hard. That was his problem.
That was the problem. And Jeter, part of his problem was he would never ever bring the wall down. He just wouldn't do it, right? But yet they were able to win a championship. They were able to be a successful team. They were able to be good. So it can be done. But there's something more happening here that we don't know enough about.
Yeah.
But again, with me, Spidey Spidey senses tingling,
but
I'd be digging and digging and digging now in this clubhouse because there's something more happening here.
But even if you dug and found out what the problem was, that problem fundamentally is like how good a player, how much of a winner are you that you can let these issues distract you to the point that you're not good enough. And that's why when we went to break, you said getting the right players. Yeah, analytically, guys fit. It's a certain amount of home runs, gets on base a certain amount of times. But is this person able to handle New York? Is he a winner? Can he shelve the distractions? The thing I always talk about, and this is aging myself, but the 88 Dodgers, they won the World Series. It was a shock. I saw it come up today. We should even bring it up. I saw top 10 upsets in the history of sports.
Oh, wow.
And one of the top 10 upsets was the Dodgers beating the A's in 88. Because the Dodgers, they were cooked. Gibson was hurt. A's were a phenomenon that time. They had swept the Reds. They were just an amazing team. They had won the World Series against the Giants the year before. I think they swept the Giants. And they came together because of going out and getting Kirk Gibson. Now, Gibson could hit home runs, and he was a good player, but he was a winner, and he was a no-nonsense guy because he had won a World Series with the Tigers in 84. Clearly, he was at the end of the rope. You saw he hit the home run in Game 1 and everything. But the Dodgers kind of known as being playful. They sort of kind of lost the team a little bit, and he walked in there and shut it down. Guys were goofing around. He'd get in their face. We're here to win, boys. And they went out and they won.
Yeah.
Oral Hershiser helped too. But the point is that he was a winner. He was the right person. He was exactly what that team needed. Even though he may not have been the player that he was, his presence made a difference. When you talk about analytics, do they ever factor that in? Like, your numbers may not fit, but boy, emotionally, the way this guy is as a leader, he's going to walk in and he's going to clean up this mess.
That's the problem.
Messier
with
coming to
analytics.
the Yankees, the Rangers, the same thing. Like, I am not going to put up with this. Same thing with they talked about when Strawberry joined the Yankees. Like, he had his issues and stuff, but when it came to winning time, he'd walk in there, guys, this is how you win.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the analytics ever look into that. Or does David Stern just look, all right, this guy fits this, I can move him to first base, and Blanco can play here, and I'll get Simeon, because the numbers all match up. But are they guys that can handle this room? Are there guys that can handle what's going on with, let's say something is going on with Lindor. There's a relationship with the owner, and I know there's a whole thing going around. And listen, he's a friend of mine, but Sid Rosenberg, switching teams because of the whole Mondani being a Met fan and stuff. Mondani, I'm sorry. That there's something going on politically in that room, and maybe Lindor, because I think Lindor's
even more.
Oh, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, how do you allow this to get in the way?
And that goes.
What
back.
do you care who you vote for? Hate each other, despise each other. Hope you burst in the flames the second the game is over. But once the first pitch is on, we're all wearing the same uniform. We're all trying to accomplish the same thing.
It just can't be this deep. That's the part that makes no sense. There could not have been so much that happened that it's this toxic. Or maybe, guys, we're giving it too much energy in terms of how it's the camaraderie of the team, and maybe it's just the level of how bad this baseball team is.
But you're starting to see guys are gone, Peter. And some of them didn't want to be here. All right? Let's be honest, right? One of the best pitchers in baseball didn't want to be a Met anymore. Why? Diaz chose the Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers have a better chance of winning. His brother's there. But what else is going on? And people are like, I'm good. There's something going on in that room. I don't want to play here.
Which is why
But Jacob deGrom doesn't want to be a Met anymore. They say, oh, well, he didn't handle. He wasn't really a New York guy. He wanted to go someplace because he's more of a Southern guy. Doesn't want to go and play. Is that just the things that we say, or did he look at it and go, I don't think what's going on here?
Yeah, because if you like winning and you think this is a winning environment, you're not leaving.
And listen, is it political? Is it culture? I don't know. But all I would say to all those guys is, what does it matter? You're a Major League Baseball player. We're wearing the same uniform. We both want to win. Why do you let this stuff get in the way? If one's a Democrat, and I understand politics divide families. Mm-hmm. I get it. Mm-hmm. But is it necessary for everybody to sing Kumbaya and all believe in the same thing? No. Just believe in one thing, winning.
Yeah, that's the best religion.
But that's why it has to be. That's why this has to be a bit more than but what I'm saying is, Don, you asked about losers. Alan, you were pointing out the difference between losers and winners. Mm-hmm. Also, it's just about weak, immature, emotional maturity. Could it just be that one or more of these guys are just really emotionally immature?
Well, winning can't be the most important thing if you let other things get in the way.
What it is, clearly, is that there isn't a galvanizer on the team. There isn't somebody that the whole room respects that can do like what you just talked about, that could do what Dave Andreychuk did when he showed up in Tampa, right? And 4 years later, he's lifting a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
A wayward franchise that couldn't get it right with a bunch of young talent. And they traded for him at the end of a dead season. And all of a sudden, the culture changed because they all saw there's a guy with a brand name that we all now immediately respect, right?
But
and that's what I think when you look at sometimes the thing you said about analytics is what bothers me the most about this sport is it's stratomatic. We're just taking numbers, we're putting on a page, and the numbers tell us that this should work. But we all understand that in sports, the numbers do tell you a lot. But there's something else, the human element, that does exist that you can't quantify. You can't quantify clutch. You can't. You don't know if a guy's clutch. You can't quantify a player's ability to block out noise. And this is the noisiest market in all of sports. So you can't do that. You can't quantify a guy who can't handle criticism, doesn't like a lot of media around. You don't know that stuff. All you know is that this says what he does against lefties and against righties and then on days and nights and when he bats third, how many days rest. That's the only stuff you know about the player. But what you don't know is probably the most important parts, which is how it all goes together. It's not stratomatic. It's real-life baseball. And is that the biggest mistake with this roster? And, again, like you said about Kirk Gibson or what I said about Andreychuk or even Mark Messier, whatever it is, you can get a guy like Juan Soto who's arguably one of the best players in the sport, best hitters, best offensive weapons in the sport. But is he somebody that walks in a room and now everybody's just following him because of who he is? No.
Why not?
Because he's not that guy.
But you have to be that guy if you got the numbers. I mean, you're one of the best players in baseball.
But you're not that guy. You are what you are. It doesn't always have to be the best player on the team. It's just somebody that is that has cachet, that has been there.
But you got
to
back it up with the numbers too. I think Francisco Lindor's got a back of a baseball card that would allow his teammates to respect him.
Yeah, oh, really? What you've seen this first couple of weeks here?
Well, that's why I have to now ask. But Peter, don't I now have to ask? If you're letting it get in the way, is that more on you and less on him? I don't like Francisco Lindor.
Isn't he the guy that followed somebody with all thumbs down, all that stuff, instead of being a leader and saying, no, we're not doing that here?
Understood, but
right?
we're all...
Baez was here for 5 minutes, and he's doing thumbs down to fans, and you're Lindor, who's got a $300 million contract, and I'm going to go, yeah, that's a good idea. No, if you truly are a leader, you look at him and go, we're not doing that. No, we deserve to be booed. We're not doing that. But they did it, and he followed him. That tells you a lot.
But I can't.
They don't have a guy.
My lack of respect for the leaders on the team to give me an excuse to play poorly.
Well, the play poorly thing is also just a product of the environment, in my opinion. There's something wrong.
No, there's clearly something wrong. But I think the whole thing stinks.
The first guy that's going to take the fall is going to be Mendoza because he's the one in control of the environment.
Yeah,
he's the one.
And what's his resume?
And
he's been a manager for 2.5 seasons.
But what has he done? First of all, nothing's happening that he doesn't know about. You're the manager. You better know about it. And if there's something going on in that clubhouse and he hasn't called it out yet and called guys out and gotten in somebody's face or even just had conversations with, hey,
we don't know.
We're not leaving until we work this out.
You never know. It doesn't sound like working it out's the plan when you see half the team go out the door.
Yep.
Seem like you either you get along or move along.
Well, so move more along then.
Let's hear from Larry in Corona. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Larry?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I have a question for Don.
Yes.
Yeah, Don, when David Stearns didn't re-sign Pete Alonso, didn't re-sign Diaz, and he traded Memo, I remember you didn't want to rip David Stearns because you said, I want to see what the plan is. So far, what do you think the plan is?
Well, I think the plan was run prevention, and I think the plan was, hey, these guys aren't winners. Let's bring in some guys I think they can win with. And so far, it does not look good. When you're lost 8 consecutive games, I said, let me see what it looks like. But I said at the time, if it falls apart, I'll be the first there to rip them. Now, I think it's time to rip them.
Moves, you didn't think some of those plans weren't good? Like run prevention, Bo Bichette at third. Not putting Beatty at right field. Having Polanco at first base.
I was willing, Larry, I was willing to give it a try. And you know what? From a run prevention standpoint, it has worked. Defense is not the reason that they're in the situation that they're in. They just can't hit. But I respected the plan. I understood what he was trying to do. But so far, it hasn't worked. But last year, they didn't score a ton of runs either. But, Peter, I look at the plan and I say, all right, I understand what he was trying to do here. Let's see if it works. And so far, it hasn't worked. But if he was trying to prevent runs from scoring, that has worked. Problem is, the only runs they're preventing are their own because they haven't been able to score any. And that's killed them. But I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hey, listen, I think well, why should I show support to a team that hasn't won anything? Let's see what he does. But how does it look, guys?
Not great, Bob.
No.
You're riding an 8-game losing streak. You can't win. You've had 2 separate 17-inning scoreless streaks in 18 games. Not good. Danny's on Long Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Danny?
Oh, Don, I think you captivated it perfectly. I mean, it's an 8-game losing streak. The team's going to come home next week. There's going to be no juice in the building. The season is like literally on the brink, and we're trying to remain calm. We're trying to be sophisticated New York sports fans. But you're right. There's nothing here to get positive about. It's just depressing coming off an Islander collapse. We got the Jet. I mean, I'm watching the Yankee games. I mean, great games. By the way, Trout just another home run. That's about 5 for the series now?
Yes,
5.
it is.
Just the third. I think the 4th player ever to hit 5 home runs in a series against the Yankees.
And the first to homer in 4 consecutive games at Yankee Stadium.
Wow. Oh, we lost Danny.
We did?
I heard a woman's voice.
Oh, no, he got it off the phone
And
quick.
I think you heard something like.
And you saying he bailed?
He had to get off the phone quick.
Like a scrape of steel or something, and then he disappeared.
He had to go.
You're saying Danny was attacked?
I think something. I'm trying to break it down, like in the Seinfeld where he had the recorder in the briefcase. It's like you hear a woman's voice, a kind of a squeaking sound, and then he was gone. He'll call back. He had more to say. Danny's got more to say.
Oh yeah.
Did he mean Trout hit a homer in this at bat?
No, he did not.
Oh,
he meant today.
You never know with how long it's been.
Considering the Trout is up now.
Yes.
That was a logical thing for you to say.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wow, he hit another one. Because he's got 2 on at the top of the 8th.
Then maybe he was in the future, and that noise was him being pulled back to the present. Never know.
Wow. That is deep.
Well, he did say 5 and not 6, so.
Yeah, he's at 5.
True.
It is kind of strange. I'm supposed to go to break, and I can see that Anthony's
twitching.
So yeah, his eyes bulging out of his head. I kind of want to stay on for Trout's at
just
bat.
in case. Could you imagine if he does hit a home run?
It's been that special series, Don. It's kind of worth sitting here for it.
Anthony, your thoughts? You're the producer.
I've been watching the game. What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
See?
He's locked
now,
in.
and also, there's no matchup like Yarbrough and Trout. That's the one for the 8th.
Oh, are you kidding me? Everybody stops and watches this.
It's
Yarbrough to you and me.
Yeah, that's the, or I call him the Yarbrough.
Going Yarbrough.
Yeah, that's what Trout's trying to do. Trying to go Yarbrough.
Yarbrough.
That's kind of how he would say it too.
Yeah,
I could see.
Hey, I'll say something in the meantime. You know what happened to me when I arrived here to the MGM Grand last night?
Mm-hmm. The 2-1 low.
Well done. You check in at these hotels and they go, "Oh, we know we've upgraded you." Like that happens pretty.
Yeah.
And it usually means nothing. Like, it's like, oh, you were a queen, now you're a king, or you were 2 foals, now you're a queen. Guys, I'm in a monstrous suite.
2 levels?
Like the Hangover suite?
It's not the hang. No,
No?
You're ruining it. You guys are ruining it.
Or
Here,
Rain
I'll show
Man.
you.
How about the
Hold on,
Rain
I'll
Man
show you on
suite?
my camera though.
But there's things wrong with it, right, Peter? Like the water pressure's not great. Like it's
but it's just like a really nice size. This is the second room. This is the living room. But like, there's a living room. There's a big bedroom. It's a situation here.
This is great.
If I was fun or did anything fun, this could be a really useful room.
Okay.
This was the hotel that I stayed in with the Rangers that charged me $14 for the Fuji water.
Oh,
Fiji.
that was years ago, right?
Trout walked. Intentional.
Because
gutless Boone. You're gutless Boone.
They bailed out of the at-bat.
God forbid you entertain me, clowns.
Well, Yarbrough balked and allowed a runner to go to third.
Well,
so
listen, that's going to happen.
The hell with this.
Well, that's what you do, right?
Put them on.
You can't walk them with runners at first and second, so I'll balk, and then we can walk them, but the bases are loaded. We'll tell you what happens when we come back. That guy Thursday's coming up next. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
It's great to be in this position, but it doesn't really mean anything because at the end of the day, when you get in the playoffs, you got to find a way to win 4 of those 7.
The Hawks.
Atlanta's a good team. We're a good team. Everybody's good, especially at this time of the year.
The NBA playoffs.
You are better than Atlanta. Period. Stop. You should go out and you should beat Atlanta. And it should not be one of these extended series either.
No, you should beat them in 5.
You should.
Game 1 coverage begins Saturday at 5 on 880, 1050, and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid, bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
NBA fans, listen up. You can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get in on the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit 1 entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. There is a stalled truck on the BQE southbound at the LIE Center Lane out on the BQE southbound. A crash on the BQE southbound at Tillery Street in the right lane. There's a brush fire on the Cross Island southbound at Linden Boulevard. You've got the right lane out with that. Rochelle Park crash on 17 southbound by Passaic Street, blocking a lane. A stalled tractor trailer at 287 northbound at exit 37 in Hanover Township in the right lane. Crash on the Bronx River northbound at the Cross County. Just the far right lane gets by. We're sponsored by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. Reach out and change her world. It'll change your own. More at Unbound.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We all have that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey, guys. Anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy.
We have a collective one today.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Bless you. Poor Donnie.
Just sneezing.
You are. Are you allergic to me?
No, I hope not.
Why do you always seem to have these issues when I'm around?
No, I just always have these issues. I think I've got allergies.
My allergies for these fans has returned.
Has returned. All right. Paul Schwartz is reporting that Dexter Lawrence has told people he's done. He will never, his time with the Giants is over, is the quote. Now, the reason I'm making him that guy, and I think we were all going to hold hands on this, Thelma Louisa, good luck.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you, buddy, because if your plan is to hold out the entire 26 season, you just issued your death warrant. You're never going to get money if you have one of your worst seasons ever last year and then decide to hold out the second year. He's never going to get paid. This is not going to happen. Now, I feel bad because, like I've said before, these players really don't have a lot to do. The hammer belongs to the organizations. This is all idle threats that he has nothing left to throw out. It's like at the end of the gunfight, you're out of bullets and you throw the gun at the guy. Like that, there's nothing left to do. And that's what that is, because if he intends to hold out, guys, good luck. So it feels like the Giants are willing to move on. This does smell like the potential of a deal, but I'm not sure the Giants are going to be that all fired up to make a deal within the next 9 days before the draft. And they're certainly not going to make a deal for a guy that isn't playing if we get to Halloween and you want to try to deal him in season.
What are you offering if you're another team, too? Because here's opportunity. If you're a team that really needs help right in the middle. But I'm saying, like, if you're a team and we're literally a week away from the draft, are you saying, let's call the Giants and let's see what it'll cost? Are you that interested in making a deal? Because that feels very shotgun wedding. That is very quick. Like, we need to know now. You're talking about by the time we get to Tuesday, we got to table this stuff because you got to make a plan for draft night. And if you're the Giants, what would it take to make you go, all right, we'll do that. And I think, honestly, like 2 2s.
That doesn't do it for me.
That's not moving it.
But what are you going to give up not
You're not
knowing
getting
if
a
you're going to be
first.
able to get him? Because all you're doing, technically.
2 2s is valuable, but not in this draft.
But even if it were in next year's draft.
That's where it's valuable.
The point is that why am I giving you anything when I don't know if he's going to sign with me?
That's the problem. Is the
all I'm
teams
doing
that-
is trading for a contract problem.
Exactly. That's the thing. I'm still taking a player who wants to be paid more money. So you have to be a franchise that has a need and also is willing. You're not doing this without talking to an agent. Let's be honest. Like you're doing some back channel finding out. Like, well, what's he looking for? Is he really looking for 31? And then you have to make that decision. But there's like very little time between now and the draft to make something happen. But if you're the Giants, like this is where you got to be careful. You don't want to do nothing here. Yes, you don't want him to run this thing, and you don't want to have a situation where the player gets what he wants. But if I can get something out of this now, you got to at least listen.
Well,
I don't think they will. I don't think they feel any pressure to do anything. This is not a great look for Dexter Lawrence, but let's also remember another thing, that if you're John Harbaugh, you're coming in here to a team that has struggled, that has been bad. But one thing we do know, Dexter Lawrence is a leader in that locker room. Right?
Yeah.
We know this. Like, he's a voice there. You take that guy out of the room because you didn't want to pay him and he was unhappy. Or if you don't pay him, don't trade him, and now he's not happy. What are you dealing with in that locker room?
Well, maybe that's what Dexter Lawrence's camp is thinking.
Oh, absolutely. Brian Burns, listen to this quote from him. This is to the Post. He said, the Giants ain't the Giants without number 97 in the middle. So we are going to figure that out and keep him here regardless, I hope. That's my boy. And I don't want to play this season or any other season without him. That's your second most important defensive player.
All right, because that's what they're banking on is what happened with Barkley. Like there was a divide in the room, apparently, because there were people that didn't want Barkley to go. There were people that understood the situation, and it divided the locker room. I'm sure there'll be very unhappy campers if Dexter Lawrence
and you're going to be
isn't
missing
there.
a huge leadership
But
piece.
if I'm the Giants, I don't deal him. If I'm the Giants, I'm like, hold out. And then when Burns comes to me and says, why can't you get something done? It's like, well, why aren't your boy playing? He's under contract. Like, there's no
it doesn't work that way
way
in the
in
NFL.
God's green earth, Peter, that he could afford to hold out. When does that ever work out for a football player? Miserable 2025 to the point where Carl Banks on their own radio game is calling him out and then holding out the whole next year. And now you're 30 and you've had one unproductive season and one non-season, and now you get expected to get paid as a top 5 defensive lineman? Good luck. If I'm the Giants, I call his bluff. There's no way he holds out. It's career suicide.
Yeah, he does. He really can't do it. But this is this isn't the first time we've seen this, guys. And I'll say this: at least he's in a situation, Don, from a position standpoint, where he knows the value. And do you think it's as likely, if he were to miss time, that he would fall off the cliff that we've seen other players like Le'Veon Bell do?
Well, not fall off the cliff, but he wants to get paid by someone somewhere.
Yeah, you
whether
don't
it's
wanna
the
waste a
Giants
year.
or somebody else. And now I'm going to be sitting there as a general manager going, this Dexter Lawrence is available, man. He's really good, but did you see those numbers in 2025? And he came off of surgery, and then he held out for a season.
So, yeah, you end up being 2 years removed from really quality football.
So what his motivation should be is hate the Giants, despise Shane, despise Harbaugh, and take it out on your opponent all next year, have a monster season, and then say, all right, now pay me. Oh, you want to pay me?
By the way,
Sorry, I'm gone, buddy.
Yeah, and really have the cards. I know that's, you know what, that's a fair one.
Right, but his side will say, all right, maybe that's the motivation,
what if he
and
gets
God
hurt?
forbid he tears his
He
ACL
gets
week
hurt again.
one,
Right.
done.
Yeah.
All right, now, Don, this may be slightly uncomfortable for you, as he is a friend, but
I love it.
I have to do this on that guy. So a man who I share a name with, who's been a radio personality in New York forever, Sid Rosenberg, yesterday tweeted, I'll be 59 on Sunday. For the first time ever, I'm sporting a Yankee jersey as I make my way to the Bronx. The official transition from a lifelong Met fan
And he's a big Met fan.
to a Yankee fan is now underway. Like my friend C. Gasparino once wrote, "Go woke, go broke. The Mamdani Mets are too woke for me. See ya at the stadium soon, fans." This is as that guy a thing as you will ever see. Because it's mostly, I'm sure, just for attention, right? We all know you literally cannot change your fanship overnight. Like that's, or unless you're telling me, Sid, that you've been a fake fan for 58 years. But there's so many levels to why this is absurd. Do you know how many of us root for teams in which we have legitimate qualms with the ownership? Like, Don, this was because Mr. Met hugged the mayor. This was, do you know how many, I don't know if you guys are aware, the Yankees have made their political leanings quite obvious the last few years. All the Yankee fans know it. But guess what? They're rich guys who own the team. Fans sometimes will not relate to the ownership of a team. It is what it is. The idea as a grown man to say, because the mascot hugged the mayor who I don't like, I'm switching to the other team, is the most pathetic, fraudulent, childish nonsense humanly possible. And I get it, and I know Alan doesn't like this. I'm giving the attention that this was clearly for.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But guess what? We have a segment where I can give you that attention you wanted, Sid. This is embarrassing. It's have whatever beliefs you want. I don't agree with a word Sid utters from his mouth. But to leave your team after your whole adult life because of the mascot and the mayor? Come on, man. You're embarrassing your family. That's embarrassing.
So he wants, and I like Sid, he wants, the mayor is a Mets fan.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants them to publicly ignore, so he wants the Mets to stake a claim on which way they lean. Now,
instead of just treating the mayor like the mayor.
Now the Yankees may lean a certain way.
Oh, they do.
But I'm sure if the mayor went to a Yankee game, they wouldn't throw him out and make it known that they wouldn't vote for him. But the worst part of it, Alan, was the fact that he had a Judge jersey and it said Judge on the back.
Well,
that just completed the fraud.
That's where.
But if you listen, do whatever you want. You want to hate the Mets, you want to give up on the Mets, fine. But to become a Yankee fan, just don't be a Met fan anymore.
It doesn't work the same. It's not as effective.
Oh, it's a work. I understand.
If he just says, I'm not a fan anymore, it doesn't work. If he says, I'm now a Dodgers fan or something, it still doesn't work. Nobody's buying it. This makes it that much – this makes it hit harder. And as a Yankees fan, well, what are you doing? You're not like putting your arm around him going, hey, he's one of us now, because you look at that as a fraud.
No, because you heard him. He's thanking Randy Levine for being in the suite. The Yankees welcomed him with open arms.
I didn't say that.
He posted a picture, my new BFF, the great Randy Levine.
Once again, I am not saying – I'm saying as fans.
Oh, listen,
you're not
fans.
This.
I'm seeing all over social media, Yankee fans want no part of it.
Of course, because you know this is a bit.
But
that's why it's that
Yankee
guy.
Fans will take it.
That's why it's an acceptable that guy, because it's a bit, and people, of course, as always, fall for it. People fall for these bits all the time, and it's a bit. It's effective because how many views does it have? A lot, right? How much traction has it gotten? A ton.
A good, more than I've seen him get for much in a while.
Well,
he also added
how's
this
it
one.
Working out?
This one particularly offended me. He then added, "No Jewish Heritage Night. The Mets should be ashamed of themselves. I really did make the right decision, dude. Really? Is that a requirement? Every baseball team has to have a Jewish Heritage Night, or they offend you? Shut up, Sid. Shut up. God, you were embarrassing. Don, I know it's your friend. You're friends with a loser. Sorry, buddy.
Well, I mean, he's a fraud. I
mean, you go fraud, I'll go loser. Either way, we can agree on one thing. He's that guy today. That we can agree on. He's that guy.
Well, he's that guy because it's fraudulent behavior.
That's that guy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
But so I would ask Sid, if you have Democratic leanings and you voted for the mayor of New York City, would you stop being a Yankee fan because Randy Levine welcomed in Sid Rosenberg, or would you just laugh and go about your day? I think you just laugh and go about your day.
But I'm telling you, Don, the Yankee fan public, they're all very active. They all know the Yankees' leanings. They don't hide it very much. But the Yankee fans are Yankee fans. They're Democrats. They're Republicans. They love the Yankees. It is what it is. What ownership group have I ever gotten along with in every way politically?
And listen,
these guys are billionaires. It's just so weird. But Alan's right. Ultimately, Alan's right. All these things are done for a reason,
yes, I'm falling for it. This is man drama. But it doesn't mean it's not right. You're not correct to say that guy. You're being that guy.
Right. Well,
you're being that guy.
No, he's definitely
own it.
But I do like Sid. I always got along with Sid. And he's overcome a lot of issues, and I'm really happy for him. Yeah, but he's a fraud. But loser's too strong for me.
Well, I understand. He's your friend. I'm sure you wouldn't like all my friends.
I get it, but I just love the fact that I did try. They got them in a car together to go from Hawthorne, New Jersey into Manhattan.
I think it'd be a fascinating podcast.
Listen, we had a good talk that day. It's a friendly conversation, but things have gotten a little rough since then.
Well, what I'm going to do to just show you that I'm not that guy is that we're going to have the Mark Sasso this year, and I'm inviting both of you.
Oh.
How about that? No, I do that. Why I invite my friends to Sasso. I'm friends with Peter. A lot closer with Peter than I am to Sid, but I like Sid.
But still,
I'm going to vote them. Well, I don't let political leanings get in the way of the charity for Mark Sasso.
Nope.
No, well, that's the cause I agree.
Both of your money's just as green.
We'll take everybody's money. We love
it. That's right.
and you know what? Maybe some fireworks.
I hope not. That's a jacked up 59-year-old man. I'm good.
He's 59, but he's.
I'll talk crazy to him. He comes after me, I'm running. I'll text me. I'm attacking my lawyer.
We've got lots going on. Don on the Rosenberg. Your thoughts on Dexter Lawrence? Your thoughts on this? Don on the Rosenberg till 7 o'clock. ESPN New York.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive. And it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text TIP to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text TIP to 215215. That's TIP to 215215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
The Michael K. Show, reverse remote, coming up on April 23rd, presented by Floor & Decor. A full show takeover with everything you need to upgrade your home while we break down everything happening in New York sports. And if you're in Brooklyn, stop by Floor & Decor flagship store at 850 3rd Avenue, because while we're on the air, there's plenty of happening in the store. The Michael K. Show, reverse remote, presented by Floor & Decor. Now, Peter, you might be too young for this.
Okay.
But I was affected by the fact that Samantha Fox turned 60 years old today.
Affected?
I get it. I am too young, but I get it.
But there was a moment where she was the hottest woman on the planet.
Confirmed.
And that we tolerated music like you just heard.
Tolerates the right
because
word.
It came with a video, and you're like...
Well, as long as you had the video.
Yeah, whatever.
And when I first started at phone programs, which had all those 976 numbers before I went to...
oh, yeah, you bet
before I went to sports phone. So in 1990, I started at phone programs, and 2 years later, I ended up going over to sports phone, which... phone programs owned, but it had all the, dial a Santa, dial a joke, lottery numbers, and porn and fetish porn, all that stuff. I didn't do it. I just had to load in the cassette, all right? So I don't have...
You just watched.
I don't have any... Yeah.
You didn't participate.
That's it. I just direct. There was a Samantha Fox line. That's how you knew you were at a certain level, Peter, back in the late 80s, early 90s. Did you have your own 976 number? And Samantha Fox was so hot, she had her own number. That people were calling it like 95 cents a minute just to hear a pre-recorded message from Samantha Fox say, I hope you see my tour coming to you soon this summer.
And
she did it with an English accent. Please come see my tour this summer.
I don't think it sounded like that.
And
yeah, no.
I was going to say something. You actually stopped me.
Don't.
Come see the Zeppelin race coming up this weekend.
You couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't help myself.
You couldn't help yourself.
Well, she was very well put together. I don't know what she looks like at 60.
I do.
Yeah?
Let me see.
I mean, what you'd expect.
Hey, you see the remnants.
Just so you know, she's got no interest in you or me or any of us. No.
Was that known then?
Thing. No, I don't think it matters.
You know what's interesting
but
about
eventually it became a thing because she's more her own type.
Okay, so she's...
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it is kind of...
All right, so she was
It's
she was
just
gay
ironic.
is what you're saying.
It's just ironic that it's, so many men.
Oh, you found what they might hear if they called 976?
No.
Come on.
Fox?
Yeah, it was 900-909 Fox.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's go.
This is the commercial.
909 Fox.
and listen to the true confessions of America's hottest female singer, Samantha Fox.
Call me now at 1-900-909-FOXX and I'll send you a boxy poster of me. And remember, boys, naughty girls need love too.
$2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. And get your parents' permission before you die.
Wait. No, it did not say children.
Yes,
it
it
did
did.
not say children.
No, they also wanted children. They wanted children as well.
Children? Get your parents' permission. Children?
Well, because keep in mind, Alan, in reality, they know we're getting perverts on board with this, but all she's doing is telling you, like, I have a tour coming up in a couple of months. Oh, by the way, did you hear my new single? She's not doing anything.
Children.
Can you? By the way, it is interesting. I've never really thought about that. As much as I hate social media, they were so desperate to get access to people like this that we had 976 numbers. She wasn't the only one.
The original social media.
Before social media, if you wanted to get a little extra from your favorite stars.
Feel like you're more connected.
WWF had the phone line. The WWF hotline. Kids were blowing money all the time trying to call
$2
the WWF
in the
hotline.
first minute.
Well, this was just a
What a
pre-recorded.
time.
Thanks for calling. Well, very English
wait,
accent
hold on.
today.
She just became Oliver in the Mets now?
Yeah, well, that's all I got. That's my English accent.
Thank you for calling Oliver's Met line. I'm just washing down my gruel.
Washing down the gruel. Come see my tour this weekend.
Who's calling that one?
Who wants to call the gruel line with Oliver?
Is that when 50 cents first
It's so
minute?
funny. We know she's gay now. Now, back in the 90s,
Sorry?
we were like, don't let anybody know.
Oh, for sure.
But like today, they'd be like, let everybody know. We'll get more calls.
You know
who's
what?
gay?
Samantha Fox.
Oh, got it.
But they probably hit it in 1990. If that were happening today, they'd want everybody to know.
Yeah. Her spouse is Linda Brigitte Olsen.
She sounds familiar.
Not Brigitte Nielsen.
No, it's not Brigitte Nielsen. It is Linda.
Although that would have been quite the hookup back in the day.
Whoa. That would have stopped the world on its axis. Samantha Fox and Brigitte Nielsen together?
My God. What? Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out. No.
And even the announcer sounded kind of like a perv.
Oh, yeah.
Make
sure
you ask your parents to call. Say it's okay.
Children. Experience.
She's the
experiencing
hottest
sexual
woman
feelings.
on the planet. Children, ask your parents.
It's wrong.
Ask your dad. He knows who she is.
We'll make a man of you yet.
He's the money. Eggs. Candy.
Candy.
It's just
What a time we
Oh, what a time.
So I'd have to load that in when I was at phone programs.
You need to load
but
it
also,
in,
did
all
I tell you the
Sorry?
the Twin Peaks?
No.
Speaking of
here we
Samantha
go.
Fox,
Yeah, well, that's
Really?
the show.
he can't help himself.
No, he's on a roll today.
Who was the guy? Lynch was his friend. He just died like recently.
Yeah.
He did Eraserhead. The director.
I believe it was Paxton Lynch.
No, come
Peter
on.
Lynch.
Peter Lynch.
Yeah, I thought he had Peter Lynch.
And Twin Peaks was like the biggest show at the time. Like everybody was watching.
It had a moment.
Certainly was big.
So I was working. I think it was on Friday nights, back when like Friday night was a big TV night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd work the night shift. They would call in with a spoiler alert from the show. Like you'd watch the show and then you call in, and then Peter Lynch would tell you his reasoning for doing what he did.
Yeah.
He's like, you've got to get this on. Don't make a mistake. If you do, Peter Lynch will call.
David Lynch. I was just messing with you.
David Lynch.
See, I
just
trust
said
this
Peter.
man like no other.
I just said Peter.
He said Peter.
You went with it.
I bought it.
If he had said Dansbury Lynch. No, so yeah, David Lynch.
Yeah.
That he'll call. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want David Lynch to call. But that was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did before I worked at sports.
You know what else is a big deal?
What?
This Amazon hub.
There you go.
If you are a local business, you need to listen closely to me. See, in New York, every block is a business. Every minute counts. An Amazon hub delivery, it lets you earn extra revenue from the business you already run. You understand me here? You already have a business. You can get more revenue. How? You and your staff can deliver packages right in your neighborhood on a schedule that works for you. It's a smart way to keep your hustle going, bring in more revenue, more visibility, staying connected with the community you serve every day. See, at Elaine Services Dream in Washington Heights, Elaine says tax season keeps her busy from January through April. but values the extra revenue from Amazon Hub Delivery that helps her manage expenses during the slower summer and fall months. See, getting started, by the way, it's easy. You don't need delivery experience, no long-term contracts either, and no startup costs. That's even better. New York local businesses ready to make your next move? Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now, or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
Hey guys, super busy in the boroughs today.
There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly, professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow, Monday through Friday in Paramus at the Courtyard by Marriott, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold. The bright yellow building on Route 9 South in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do, but you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
DiPietro and Rothenberg's NFL Draft Couchcast, April 23rd, exclusively on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it is game time...
It's totally time.
Yankees game is over. They end up splitting the 4-game series with the Angels, losing today by the final score of 11-4. Judge and Trout both homered. Trout 5 home runs in the 4-game series. Just the 4th player ever to homer 5 times in a series against the Yankees, and the first player ever to homer in 4 consecutive games at Yankee Stadium. Pretty interesting. That's the only local game today. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
So the Yankees allowed 13 total home runs in this series, right?
Yeah.
The most home runs they've ever allowed in a series is 16 at Boston back in June of 1977. They've also allowed 13 in a series at Detroit in September of 1985. But this 13 represents the most home runs they've ever allowed in a series at either Yankee Stadium.
And let's face it.
So at home, they've never had a series like this. Not just by a singular player, but by an actual by their opponent either. This was a rough series for the pitching staff that had gotten off to a good start.
Now, woulda, coulda, shoulda. the Angels did not sweep the series, but they came close, right? The Yankees had to come back in the ninth inning in both games 1 and 3, and they got a gift last night on the missed pop-up that goes as a single because nobody touched it.
It happened, though.
How ridiculous is that? I mean, we live in 2026. We've got replay, and yet it can't be charged an error because nobody touched it. That ball was the shortstop's ball. It falls in. Call it an error. They made that rule back in the day when there was no replay to make it easier for the official scorer. Say, well, no, he didn't touch it. We can't go back and look at it, so we're just going to give him a hit.
Right.
That was not a hit.
It's the
that
we
was
can't
an
go
error.
back and look at it part. That was part of the original rule.
That was an error. That was not a hit. But either way, it's a gift, and the Yankees took advantage of it. So you can't take anything away, but they have not played well for a while now. So you as the Yankee fan, and I know when you don't watch every pitch, you're reading, you're consuming, you're rewatching. What is your biggest concern about this baseball team that went from 8-2 and looking like they were going to absolutely run away with the American League East to now being a 10-9 baseball team?
I think they've scored enough runs. It's the pitching just kind of started to fall off. Like Warren only lasted a certain amount, right? Heel lasted longer than I thought he would, but again, all these guys. Fried was fine up until the 6th inning, and then the wheels fell off. And then a bullpen that had been good to start the season, as you know, is also showing its warts as well. They've been moving guys up and down. It's as simple as pitch. I hate to boil it down to as simple as that. It's like me saying, made shots and missed shots in basketball, right? It's in hockey, they didn't get the bounces. I hate to say it this simply, but let's be honest. What's different about the Yankees from 2 weeks ago to this week?
It feels like the pitching because they're hitting,
Seriously, the starting pitching hasn't been brutal. The bullpen has not been nearly as effective as it was in the beginning of the season. And that's the part that always is going to concern you. Is this a what's the thing I used to always say? Like, is it a trend or is it a concern or is it just, a one-off? That's what you're trying to figure out, but we won't know the answer to that for maybe another week or so. You have no idea what this is. But if you ask me what's different, that's what's different. Judge has been phenomenal. I mean, as much as Trout dominated the series, Judge was right there, lockstep, right?
Yeah.
Judge is now leading Major League Baseball in home runs. Ben Rice, another home run. All right, he's in the top 12, I think, in home runs. It's only 5, but still, he's up there in that conversation as well. So you're getting production. It's the pitching that fell off. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's sometimes as simple as it gets early in a season with a team like this. With the Mets, it's nothing's happened. Well, but the Yankees, it's like they won those games. You could say, well, if that doesn't happen, it's still a rally. It's still a comeback. It's still they have the ability to beat up their bullpen. The Angels will probably walk out of this thing thinking we should have swept, but our bullpen sucked.
Right.
So they'll come out of this series a little annoyed that they didn't get 4. But for the Yankees, it's, still rallied no matter what. Was able to come back, showed resiliency, all that stuff. It's just in this game, you saw it. Bullpen could not do anything. Loaded the bases, grand slam, good night.
And the American League is colossally average.
Very.
The best team in the American League is the Minnesota Twins. They're 11-8.
Yeah.
A's are in first place in the West, 10-8.
Right.
Tampa's in first place in the East, 10-7.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bonanza this could be for the ratings.
So,
it's so early though. It's so early when it comes to stuff like that.
So early.
Teams will separate. You'll start to figure out who's good, who's not good.
Because we are.
Is that the good news though? The good news is if you're kind of, there's 2 ways to look at it again. Like I said with the Dodgers are 14-4 and they're only 2 games up in their division. Like you would think at 14-4 that you should have a nice little cushion to start the season, but you don't because the Padres are 12-6.
The National League, the Pirates are 11-8 in the Central, but the Braves at 12-7. The Braves had a bad year last year, but they've got a
Pirates
plus
lost in extras
44 run differential. They're a legit team, and the Mets are in the bottom of the division. Reverse record of the Braves, they're 7-12. Dodgers 14-4, Padres 12-6. So at least in the National League, you do have a little bit of it being top heavy. But
so there's 2 ways to look at it. Like I said, if you could be frustrated saying, boy, the Yankees with everybody else kind of fumbling along, you could have opened up a little cushion with a good start. Or you could say, well, you know what? You're going through some stuff, and you still don't have all your starting pitching in place yet, And you know what? Nobody's running away with it. You're right there. You don't have to worry about chasing anybody.
It
There's two
looked
ways
like
to look at it.
when you were 8-2 and everybody was under 500, it's like, oh, we're gonna cruise.
Yeah.
And in just mere 2 weeks,
you're not cruising.
Now all of a sudden you're not in first place anymore.
No.
But you mentioned the Yankees and the Mets.
Like 10-9 now is a little bit of a concern.
This is the difference. I can legitimately say to you, the Yankees will be okay. All right? They're going to be okay.
And I can believe you. You can have all the evidence that will tell me I can believe you for saying that.
They've had a bad couple of weeks. Sometimes it happens in April. Just don't want to have it happen in October.
Right.
All right, but they're going to be fine.
Right.
You can't say that about the Mets.
No, you can't.
Oh, the Mets are going to be great. No, because you came into the season. We had a caller earlier saying, Don, you were on board with the changes. Don, you were on board with the plan. I was. Because obviously it didn't work last year. They lost 83 games, and they only had one half of a good season in 24. They were lucky it was the second half, so they were able to carry it over into the postseason.
Right.
But so far, the plan doesn't look good. But going into the season, you're like, if I told you the Mets are going to win 73 games, you'd be like, I could see that. Oh, Mets can win 93 games.
73, I would have been surprised at. If you said 83, I'd believe.
All right, but let's say, all right, fine. Mets are going to be 500. You're like, all right, I could see that.
Yeah.
The Mets are going to finish with 90 wins and get a what? Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
Because that's how wide open it is because of how wildly inconsistent they are, which just drives you nuts.
But their offense, the Met offense, is really it's become a true concern now, hasn't it? Like there's a little slump, and then there's maybe this is what you are, and I think that's the biggest concern. That's why if you're Mendoza, you need to start being worried because they blew out your whole coaching staff. The next guy to go is going to be you. It's just a matter of time. I mean, anybody that thinks that they're breaking news here or coming up with an incredible hot take that Carlos Beltran being in the organization right now is the obvious sword of Damocles hanging over Mendoza. You don't think he doesn't know that? They all know that.
But you know what?
And it's easy to bring Beltran back. Like that's not a hot take. That's an obvious take.
And you know what? Because it's Beltran, that's something you want to save, right? Like, not only are we letting the manager go, which all the fans will get excited about, and I got news for you. I don't know if that solves all their problems, but keeping a manager when things are falling apart is not a good idea either.
A new broom.
But look who we bring in. Oh, Carlos Beltran. Everybody loves him. One of the great Mets of all time.
He was supposed to be the guy originally.
In the Hall of Fame.
That was their first. That was the plan, is to have him.
Right. He was supposed to be the Mets manager. Couldn't do it because of the whole gambling scandal. Everybody else got their jobs back, and now he can come back and nobody would say anything.
It was the Astros scandal.
Yeah, because he was there.
Yeah, he was the one that came up with the
idea.
Garbage can. Yeah.
Right. And so everybody was tainted with it, but it had an expiration date. That date is expired. Everybody's back to work.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
And I guess the only negative, you'd have to wait till after the Hall of Fame because he'd have to miss a game going to Cooperstown for the ceremony. But I think we can survive.
Why would I care? Yeah, why would I care
I'm
about
joking.
waiting?
I'm joking.
If I need to make a change, you make a change.
But that, not only are we firing the manager, which is going to make the fans happy, we bring back a former great Met, and everybody will think that'll be the turn.
The guy we originally wanted to hire.
And guess what, Peter? They'll win 10 or 12 after that, and then it'll go back to the same old streaky garbage. Are we fixing the problem, or are we just, are we repainting the outhouse?
Probably not. We're probably repeating the problem. But let me ask you a question. How far are we from that? Because it has to be soon. I mean, I know a few weeks ago people freaked out. I'm not the typical sports talk, there's a problem, fire the manager. But between the clubhouse problems, and how last season ended and how they're playing now, guys, I think we could be down to a matter of a couple of weeks before this could end.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it could be early May.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
I think so.
I think it'd be unfair. And I'd love to get your thoughts on this at 1-800-919-3776. We've got some Boone sound as well we'll get to in just a second.
Love Boone sound.
Booney. It would be unfair to let him go when the offense is struggling and Juan Soto's been out. So I think it would be fair to at least have Soto come back to see if you gain some traction.
Well, that's another week or two,
He's supposed to be back at some point during the homestand. All right?
Next week.
They go to take on the Cubs tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, the Cubs are not that great, although they're expected to be very good. Day off on Monday. Then they got a homestand, Twins, Rockies, Nationals. Now you look at that schedule, and the Twins are off to a good start, but they're not considered to be a good team. If you want to give your manager something to sink its teeth into, how about a homestand against Minnesota, Colorado, and Washington, where we got a chance to win some games here and really see the turnaround. Like, you don't make the managerial change going into L.A. to take on the Dodgers and hand your new manager 3 straight losses.
Yeah.
But at the same time, at some point during the homestand, Soto's going to come back. So I think if Soto were healthy, I think he gets fired on Monday if they lose. Let's say they get swept by the Cubs, and we're talking about an 11-game losing.
You
fire Mendoza on the day off, start the homestand. Because if they come back home on an 11-game losing streak, taking on Minnesota, Colorado,
that first
and
game,
Washington,
what do you think?
Nobody's there.
Do you have 12,000 in the building? 15,000?
Now there might have been a lot of pre-sales, so they'll announce a crowd of
in a cold
over
day?
20.
That's going to be a Tuesday.
But
is that
Tuesday?
That's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday.
It's going to be 50 degrees.
And
29 at night.
And even if there are people in the building, they're going to be booing the team, mad. But if you make a managerial change, place is full, people are excited.
Stories are being written.
So I feel like it could happen on Monday if things go sideways in Chicago. But I just don't think it's fair with Soto being out,
I agree.
But what's
Even
fair
though it
and
looked
what's
the
not
same,
fair?
I agree, but
it looked the same when Soto was there. Let's be clear.
And also, what am I paying Lindor for again? What am I paying him for?
Hit, win games,
to be a star.
But exactly, but you have to remember, and I'm a Lindor guy. I'm not one who's yet to believe all of the bad hype, though I'm starting to have some concerns. But even your best case Lindor guys, it's not April. It's May, it's June. You start to see this has been his deal since he got here for the most part, is the super slow start.
I totally
it's not
understand.
okay,
No,
but it's
not
what it is.
But that's the whole thing. If you are a true franchise player, leader, all the things that he fancies himself as being, there does come a time where you look around and realize, like, this thing, the smoke's coming out of this, right? We got to keep this thing in the air. I gotta kick it in the ass right now. Like, I can't have a slow start. I can't ease my way in. I need to be a galvanizer. I need to be a leader. I got to do some stuff here. I got to get a couple of hits. I got to get a rally going. I got to get the boys going. And I don't see that. I see a guy that's got a hangdog face and a woe is me and some of the stuff you see in the field. Never mind with the bat. He did have the leadoff home run, right, to end the streak of scoreless innings against Yamamoto. I mean, that was a moment, but I can't have you in the field with that same, glazed over look on your face. Like, I keep going back to, if I'm Steve Cohen, what am I paying you for? What are we doing? That's what's frustrating.
And also, you're not going anywhere. If you are indeed a problem, we can't trade you. So we've got to make this work. So it's time to start getting things going here. But from a Mendoza standpoint, it feels like day off, start of a homestand, winnable games moving forward, that it could be Mendoza. I just don't know if they do it with Soto out. But if they get swept in Chicago and you're riding an 11-game losing streak, you got to do something, right?
Not great, Bob.
And let's be honest, even if you won one game in Chicago, what's the difference? You 11-game losing streak, losing 10 out of 11. It's awful. It is awful. And that game is going to be on 880 tomorrow. It's a 2:20 first pitch. So tomorrow, if you're going to be consuming us pretty much the entire show, get the app.
Right on your app.
Right up your app.
Right on your app.
Right up there.
It's amazing. Just back on the Yankee thing for a second, too, with this game. Again, it's about pitching and stuff, but I don't want to lose the fact that the Yankees also slugged the hell out of the ball. And how about the rarity of when Judge and Stanton homer? They homer in the same game. I mean, how many times do you say, and then they lost?
Yeah, 11-4.
Right, Anthony, when Judge and Stanton homer, how many times do you say, and they lost?
Their record's pretty good. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's in single digits in times that they lose.
And
if
probably,
I'm not mistaken.
And lose by 7? Like get blown out?
If I told you it was 53-7, would you believe me?
Yeah, I knew it was probably single digits.
Including the playoffs?
Yeah.
53-7.
Yeah, I believe, because usually if they're hitting home runs, they're winning games.
And you would think that of the other 6, it wasn't by this margin of loss.
Yeah, it wasn't by 7 runs.
Or they only scored 4, but it is crazy. But you bring up the Yankees, and Boone spoke, and the bullpen, again, not great. But why do you have confidence in this bullpen, Aaron?
I like where Bednar's getting to in his last couple outings. Timmy Hill's throwing the ball really well. Hedrick's throwing the ball well. And all of them in different spurts have been key elements in some important winning, low-scoring games. So I do feel like Camilo, even though he got nicked by the homer off of Trout, is throwing the ball really well. He's in the strike zone. Trout's probably the one guy that hits that slider he threw to him out. Fernando, as far as still... You feel good about him coming in to put out a fire, to get swing and miss. But at the end of the day, we got to be more consistent with it. And again, that's why there's opportunity for these guys to continue to grab roles, cement roles, see what we have, and hopefully, some real key people emerge for us.
See, that's the part you care about. A lot of it was all just to be supportive. I'm seeing good pitches. They're in the strike zone. But then he closes out like, hey, we'll figure this out because you know what? Some guys are going to lose their job and other guys are going to come in.
Yeah.
They're not going to tolerate this for any length of time. Now, Joe Adele put this game away with a grand slam. What happened was there's runners at first and second. We were joking about the balk that led to them walking
Trout's at bat. Yep.
And so we ended up losing out.
It was a 2-1
right
count when he got the balk, and then they just went, forget it, put him on, load him up.
And then he hits the grand slam home run. But before the grand slam home run, Boone argued the balk and got ejected from the game, and he explains his side of the story on getting kicked out.
We put a play on. I mean, he's clearly going to the bag. The throw was off, so I still haven't got good clarity because, of course, they got overly sensitive. When I was as calm as can be, I wasn't out there arguing. I just wanted to hear their explanation. So I'm going to wait to get more clarity. I think it's a fine play. The throw was a little off, but we're clearly going to the bag to try and pick off in that situation.
Now, it's funny when he says they got too sensitive.
I like that, though.
But let's think about it for a second. You can't argue balls and strikes anymore. You automatically eject. And now you can't argue balls and strikes because of the system they have. It'd be ridiculous. Yeah. There's no reason to argue anymore. And with the challenges on calls, out or safe, fair or foul, can't really argue that either. So I just wonder if these umpires are like, listen, if you're going to come out and argue, we're just going to throw you out.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't do this garbage anymore. So they probably have zero tolerance because how often are they going to have to deal with this?
9-inning game, how long do you think it lasted?
Well, that had to be a long one with a lot of runs scored. 3:15?
Yeah, 3:07. You're not seeing that as much anymore.
Well, the other Met one, because there were no runs scored. In the game Tuesday, 2-1, that game was over in 2 hours. It was like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
Neat and tidy 2-hour game.
Hey, I've gotten on Manfred.
Sorry?
I've gotten on Manfred.
Okay.
Good for you.
Wow, that's, again, the filth bag comes out of the guy.
No, listen, do whatever you want, Don.
Hey, you're allowed.
Have a good time.
We're here for you.
You guys are both adults.
All right. We're both consenting adults.
It's okay.
Find out more. Call 976-DON. The extra N is for extra nasty.
Want to know what Don LaGreca is doing at night?
Want to know how he puts the man in Manfred?
No, I don't. Kids, ask your parents for permission.
Don puts the man in Manfred.
Yeah. I put the man in the Manfred man.
Wait a second.
Yeah, Don is the Manfred man.
976-DONN. The last N is for extra nasty.
That is the stuff they were so into. That was how it was. That's how it was, kids.
Oh boy,
you missed out.
Yeah, it was. We were raised by perverts. Let's be honest. In some way, shape, or form.
I'm a product of my environment. I wasn't like this before I hung out with you guys.
The tolerance of what went on back in the day. So what was I getting at?
I don't know. It was good though.
We derailed Flip.
You were trying to give.
you get on Manfred.
Obviously,
no, he wasn't getting on. He was giving him credit for the fact that the
pitch clock has changed everything. Yeah. Honestly,
yeah.
And you can live with, hey, it was 3 hours and 15 minutes because 15 runs were scored. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
But that we're getting games that are like those manageable games. I give him a lot of credit.
A lot of pitching changes to lead to the extended time as well.
All right, I want to hear from you, 1-800-919-3776. If you've been on hold to talk about the Knicks, we are going to talk about the Knicks. We're getting closer and closer to having some meaningful basketball being played.
I was asked a question today on Get Up about the Knicks.
Oh.
That I'm curious to see how Knicks fans would answer this question if they would answer it the same way I did.
How about that? And we've got an ENN like you read about whenever it's live from Vegas.
Oh, come on. There's been a lot of them.
You throw the record books out?
But you throw the record books out.
When it's live from Vegas, you throw out the record.
I'll tell you what. I have a hunch my friend Alan is going to want to do something I want to do during ENN, and that is celebrate the great Steph Curry and what the fun was. The fun of last night.
What a show. What a show.
We're going to get into it.
It's all going to be happening here. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock, and then it's Pat O'Keefe right here on ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
It's great to be in this position, but it doesn't really mean anything because at the end of the day, when you get in the playoffs, you got to find a way to win 4 of those 7.
The Hawks.
Atlanta's a good team. We're a good team. Everybody's good, especially at this time of the year.
The NBA playoffs.
You are better than Atlanta. Period. Stop. You should go out and you should beat Atlanta. And it should not be one of these extended series either.
No, you should beat them in 5.
You should.
Game 1 coverage begins Saturday at 5 on 880, 1050, and the ESPN New York app.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. Rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. An injury accident in Lower Manhattan on the FDR Drive southbound by South Street. Just the far right lane gets by. Delays in both directions. Crash on the Cross Bronx eastbound at Sheridan Boulevard. You're backed up from underneath the apartment. That brush fire is gone in Queens. So on the Cross Island southbound at Linden Boulevard, your right lane reopened. Outbound Lincoln or Holland 20, Cross Bronx to the George 45. Crash on the Parkway northbound north of 132 in the center lane. You're backed up from 129. That's the Turnpike. We're sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drugged driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. Visit mad.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Min. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
The NFL Draft is coming up on Thursday, April 23rd, and New York is on the clock. Jets pick 2nd and 16th. The Giants pick 5th. And Rick DiPietro and Dave Rothenberg are breaking it all down live. Join ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL Draft. Real-time reactions, instant takes, and everything New York fans care about, including Knicks-Hawks Game 3. Watch along, react with us, and don't miss a single moment. ESPN New York's Couchcast on Draft Night, April 23rd at 8 p.m., presented by Calandra's Bakery. Also, Rampo College announced, and I'm happy to do this. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be the commencement speaker on May 14th.
What?
And it's going to be at the Prudential Center, which is really awesome. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So I got to get a speech ready. And they sent out a press release, and they wanted a photograph, a headshot.
Sure.
And we don't have headshots here at the station.
Not good.
Yeah, we do. Hold on. What you do? We took some, Don.
Yeah, but
not great.
Yeah, so
you saw them.
So Ramapo had a photographer when I was there last month.
Oh wow!
And I think it's one of the better pictures I've ever taken.
Peter, have you seen this? Look in our group chat. Look in our group chat.
Hold on.
This is
that's motto.
Wow!
Right? They just took a shot of me when I was talking to the students, and I think it's pretty good because I'm
this
home
looks
late.
like Don walks in with this when he goes in for an audition, puts it right on the table. How you doing, Don LaGreca?
That's not the only thing he puts on the table.
Wow.
That's how you get the part. You know what I mean? But Don, in all seriousness, that is, you've spent a lot of your life handsome. You spent a lot of life you're repug. This is a photo that truly captures the gracefully aging debonair gentleman that you are.
This is the photo you should always use.
Yeah,
this should be your profile photo.
You know what? I should admit you're right. Now, and that's not repug, Don, correct?
No, this is great.
This is handsome.
Don. I'll go as far as saying this is the obituary photo.
Right
here. Slap it right in the Times.
No, him pointing at the camera. That's the one we're going to use when he dies.
No. When the headline comes out, former K-Show co-host dead after his heart collapses. Right. This is the picture.
No.
Long-time update guy on the K-Show.
When you look at this picture of him, which I'm sure we'll share on socials,
I sent it out.
It's contemplative, Peter. He's kind of smiling, but not really smiling.
Yeah, that's what I like about
it. He's looking deep into your eyes.
Like the question was like, do you expect a push from the Devils here in the late part of the season? He's thinking about it.
He's like going, interesting word, push. And he's like wondering if that's the right term. No, this is great.
So
great photo.
I keep thinking
about how many? Don, sorry, real quick. It's at the Rock.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How big is a class at Ramapo?
Good question.
I don't.
If it's at the Rock, it's got to be a couple of thousand, right?
Yeah. When I graduated, they had a band shell. They still have it, but that's where they had the commencement, the ceremonies, and it was a couple of thousand. So I would think at the Rock they'll be able to fill the floor.
All right. In fall of 2024,
okay,
total undergraduate enrollment between 4,700 and 5,000 students. So that's the total enrollment.
So that
means
the floor,
a class is 1,500.
Yeah, I mean,
so that could that'll fill the floor. Plus, I'm sure it's an all day thing, so maybe people might come that just want to check it out.
There.
So that'll be coming up on May 14th, and I'm proud to be able to do it.
Now, speech-wise, where are you going? Are you going to go funny? Are you going to go like
I like to go funny. I want.
You going to rant? Rant.
No, I'm going to.
No, little rant.
I'm going to make them laugh, make them cry. No, but I
need a little rant. Yeah, I think if you ended, or no, middle of it, you go on a topic about your days there and think of something that all the students can relate to that they like love but hate about the school, or something that, and then just go on a little rant about it, and then they'll all laugh, and then you get back to being serious again. But seriously,
I was thinking about Peter, those conversations we had with Michael.
Okay.
Which
ones?
Remember when Ryan Rucco was going to give a speech at a wedding, and he was talking about how long he was going to give the speech for?
This
Remember?
was a big deal at my wedding too. We talked a lot about the speeches heading into my wedding.
And Michael's like, keep it to under a couple of minutes. Less is more. But they want 8 minutes.
Oh, that's easy.
Well, but it's hard in a sense that when you're preparing, because they're going to have a prompter, I'm going to probably give them a speech in advance. So, but to put it all down, that's a lot. I mean, I could talk for 8 minutes. I can easily do that.
Sometimes you do it in the middle of a segment.
But in preparation for what I'm going to say, that's a lot. But I'm looking forward to it.
You're going to do it. You're going to be great.
I'm really looking forward
awesome.
to it. So thank you. I'm so proud.
I'm trying to
Top
remember.
5 commencement speeches.
I'm trying to remember how long we had at my high school graduation. We had the late great Jim Vance. He was a local NBC reporter in Washington who had been on the air for my whole life, and had been on for years. And I feel like he did at least 8. It might have been 10, 12.
I don't think they'd stop me.
No, I think they want at least 8. Yeah, they want a nice
8.
speech. This isn't, and for the record, I still maintain Michael had some ideas about wedding speeches that I like and I respect, and then he also goes too far. Like he thinks literally if it goes beyond like 2.5 minutes, you have to pull the person off the floor and kill them, and I don't think that's true.
Wedding, yes, 2 minutes tops.
2 minutes for a wedding speech tops?
For a wedding speech? Where are we going? People want to eat. People want to dance. They don't want to hear you.
You got to be really good to get more than 2.
You've got to.
Because this goes back to Andrew Gunling's wedding, where the family they were lined up like 2 deep.
But so the issue to me is not about length of speech; it's quality of speech and how many are being given. If you just have best man and maid of honor, no one's going to freak out if they do 5 minutes each. That's not crazy.
10 minutes worth of speeches.
While people, if you do your wedding right, it's while people are sitting and eating. That's how you do it. I mean, that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, listen.
All right, everybody has their own.
Everybody's got their
2
own
minutes. Have you given a speech? Have you ever tried to do less than 2 minutes for someone you care
But
about?
if you're not a professional and then you start just getting, I can't believe you're married. Yeah. I remember when you were 5.
If yo-yos are speaking, if you have,
that's what people. That's what
it is.
I'm just telling you. I'm not trying to be conceited. If you are not a professional speaker, then you're a yo-yo. There's 2. There's professional speakers, and then there's yo-yos.
No, I've seen both. I've seen non.
No,
you've never been at a wedding where people go, "Oh my God, that was a great speech."
Right, because he's a professional speaker and just doesn't know it. He doesn't know how good he is or she is.
Or you're a great storyteller. To me, a great speech is have a story that draws everybody in, makes them laugh, makes them cry, and then at the end, you get something out of it, and we all keep it moving.
Because the thing is, we get callers, I got this great story, and the story's not that great. Most of the time, your stories are not very good. Because most average people, they exaggerate, and they don't realize how long they're going.
No, I'm telling you.
Just keep it short.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
You got to hit them with the headline right away, and then you give them a little something they can all relate to.
Because as good as it is, nobody's carving into their steak going, well, I wish he gave a little more.
Yeah, well.
If Sam Kennison is talking, I'd like that more.
No.
That is the best point. The best point is less is basically always more.
Yeah.
More plays.
Please wait till the end.
If Oliver gave the speech.
Can you imagine?
What did Get Up ask you about the Knicks?
So the question on Get Up about the Knicks was, are they the team with the most pressure on them in the playoffs? Both the East and the West. And my answer, I wonder what Knicks fans would say. Do they have the most pressure on them? My answer was yes. There's no other team that has that much pressure on them, unlike them. Here's why. If you think about just Oklahoma City, they just won a championship. Repeating is there's no pressure to repeat. Yeah, right? Like you could repeat, but there's no pressure to do it.
No.
San Antonio's too young. Detroit, too young. Boston.
How about Boston?
Boston has no pressure on. This is house money for them.
But
this
but
wasn't
now
supposed to be this
But
season.
now they're here.
No, it doesn't
But now
matter.
they're here.
But they'll be here next year too with their two superstars.
How can there not be
the window
pressure
for
on
them is still there. There's no pressure on Denver. He's already got a ring. The next team, I told you, of the odds, the Knicks are fifth in the probability of winning a championship, according to all of the 10,000 simulations done a day. They are always in fifth most likely champion. And so when you remove the first four I gave you, they are the team that you look at and say they fired their coach because the intention was we need to advance the cause. Okay. So with the idea of doing that, you go into this season telling yourself, forget about the external pressure. There's internal pressure of we got close last year, but it wasn't good enough. We could have been better, and we know it. We fired the coach because we believed we should have been better. And so this season, we're 2 wins better. We're back here where we started. We're healthy. We need to make a run.
Everything you're saying is right.
And if they don't, next year, are you saying, well, they'll be right back there again? Or are you saying, you know what? If they get
Understood.
They're hitting 30 now.
But here's what doesn't jive, and this is why it's kind of a loaded question. You're right. Of all the teams you just mentioned, they've got more pressure than anybody else.
Right.
But they're still going to go into the Boston series an underdog.
It doesn't matter.
But it does.
No.
Because you're going to have pressure on you to win a series that people aren't expecting you to win.
The pressure isn't the expectations to win. The pressure is it's getting to the clock is ticking on this core.
I understand, but Boston changed everything. Anything that you mentioned at the beginning of the year all ended once Tatum came back.
And came back looking the way he looked.
Boston became the favorite. Nobody believes in Detroit, so that's why there's no pressure on them. Nobody believes in Cleveland, that's why there's no pressure on them.
I didn't even mention Cleveland.
And forget 5 through 8. Okay, so forget that. All right, so I agree with you. They've got maybe more pressure than the others, but Peter, you know what I'm talking about? How much pressure can be on you? You are going to be, I don't want to say an overwhelming underdog, but you are going to be the dog going into that series. You're going to have a home court disadvantage against the favorite. Right? I mean, so pressure usually lies on the team that's got it all there for them.
Whose side are you on?
Listen, I think when you combine where they were last year, they go and get a new coach. There's this whole Giannis thing hanging out there. If it doesn't work out, that means multiple players will be gone. If it doesn't work out, they will pursue Giannis, and you will lose your teammates. I think when you add – plus there was the expectation because when the season started, let's not rewrite history. They were the favorite. The Celtics were not there. This was supposed to be a pathway for them. So I agree it's the Knicks number 1. The only thing I'm pushing back on Allen is I believe on a team like Boston that has as many championships as they have, given the season they had and now given how Tatum looks, I think Boston as a city and fan base will be expecting – you go on a run this year. You never know what happens next year. They're here right now. They are here right now with a path in front of them. So I do think the Celtics are right there after the Knicks, but I would go Knicks first.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I think,
and again, don't get me wrong. This isn't the expectation from externally. This is not everybody, because I would tell you that around the league, no one expects them to win a championship around the league. Nobody does. But internally, there is clearly, because you fired your coach, a feeling of we should be better, and there's a sense of urgency about it as well. And that's why I'm saying like there is a true sense. Now, I'm not saying it in a negative way. I think the players understand it. I think they know it and they own it.
The reason I said it's kind of a loaded question is the sense of you're right. They have more pressure on them than anybody else. But I don't think it's a ton of pressure. Maybe Mike Brown feels it because he might be out of a job, say, if they lose in the first round. I think there's a lot of pressure on them against Atlanta because they're expected to win.
Of course.
If they lose in the first round, they might blow this thing up.
You could say that for everybody. Detroit. Right. You could say it about Detroit if they lose. You could say it about Boston if they lose. How about Cleveland?
So there's always that pressure.
Cleveland? How about if Cleveland loses to the Raptors, which, by the way, that could happen.
But when a team,
there's tons of pressure there because Donovan Mitchell hasn't gotten out of the second round in his whole career.
Right. But when a team goes in with a 4% chance of winning a championship, it's hard to say there's a ton of pressure on them. but you explained it well. Out in the first round, jobs are going to be lost. Get swept by Boston, that's going to be an awful look. But the way Boston not only played without Tatum, but Tatum coming back. You know, if you play a 7-game series and lose in double overtime in Game 7 in Boston, you'll be disappointed.
And then you'll be getting Giannis.
Which every fan will love.
But you'll realize
we weren't good enough.
Right. And that's going to be the thing.
And
the narrative of Brunson not being enough to be the lead dog. There's so many narratives.
But you know what's interesting about that
and they're unfair.
You didn't blow it. You just finally turn the mirror on yourself and realize, you know what? We're not as good as we think. And we need to add.
Or we're really good, but we're still not elite.
Yeah. And this is the process of trying to get there. Do I have the right coach to be elite? Well, then you made the change. Now, do I have the right players? There's Giannis. I mean, that's...
I've told you. I think I've told this story. Leon Rose might not talk a lot publicly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's obsessed with winning a championship. And here's why I can tell you he's obsessed with it. Because I was at an event with him in the summer, and he presented an award. And the only thing he said after saying thank you, the person who presented it to him was a close friend of his. And he said, the next person I want handing me a trophy is Adam Silver. That's what he said.
Right. No.
That's I don't want personal accolades. I don't want any of this stuff. I want to win a championship. That's all he cares about. So
tons of Nick calls to get to, 1-800-919-3776. ENN's coming up at the top of the hour as well. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
All right, now I do have to talk to you guys about FanDuel for a moment because we're talking about a lot of things happening and so many ways you can play it, but not quite like FanDuel, all right, where you can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get in on the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York. No purchase necessary, opt-in required. Limit one entry, profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Paramus, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches. Even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly, professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Paramus at the Courtyard by Marriott, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold, the bright yellow building on Route 9 South in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1 Donate your car today. 1-877-CARS for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to cars4kids.org. That's cars with a K.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive. And it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Want to hear from you on the Knicks at 1-800-919-3776. But Jalen Brunson spoke, and he was asked, why so much confidence in this team?
To be honest, there's a lot of things that go on that you guys don't see. A lot of things that we talk about, a lot of things that we do that we don't even say publicly, and for a reason, because we want to keep everything in-house. We want to make sure that the people that inside this building, inside the locker room, like, we're all we got, no matter what. And so, like I said, I have the utmost confidence in them.
Yeah, us against the world, that's going to be the mentality going in, not only to the series against Atlanta, but as long as the run goes. Let's get back to the phones. Manny in Flushing, you've been on hold for a while. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, listen. Today is today's my pop's birthday, by the way.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
man.
thank you. And also today Martin Lawrence's birthday as well.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay. How old is he?
And I think my dad. He's 74. Also, one last thing. Today is another birthday to the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow. I think Don wanted the age of Martin Lawrence, but I will say this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, what is he 80? 79?
He'll be 80 next year.
Also, he's 79.
What an icon.
And Martin Lawrence is 61.
Wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 60.
Before I want to discuss about the Knicks, Alan, are you gonna watch that new Jerry West documentary on Prime?
Not yet. No, that's on again when everything stops. That's when I'll get back to stream watching. So yeah.
And Don, you know what you have to be watching. By the way, speaking of docs, have you turned on the Jailblazers yet?
No, I have not.
That I
what
really
is that
want
on?
to see. Netflix.
Okay,
that's got
I got it. I'll be on it. What's your Nick point, Manny?
Yes. This is probably the best stretch of Knicks basketball, I would say, since the 90s, and lesser degree, a little bit of the early 2010s with Melo and Amari and Tyson Chandler. But I will say this. I just read an article from James Edwards from the New York Times of Stats Athletic, and he feels that, that there going to be changes whether the Knicks lose in the second round. Alan, do you think there's going to be changes soon?
no matter what happens?
Yes, sir.
So you're saying they win a championship or go to the finals, still there'll be changes?
No. If they lose in the second round.
Oh, second.
Or let alone, yes.
No. It's a second round exit is definitely going to create a stir. And there'll be a lot of talk about the roster and what to do. And the honest thing will be inescapable because he will have leverage. And if this is where he wants to be, he can try to leverage his way here. And that's something as a franchise. He's 32 years old. In the last 7 years before this season, when he missed a lot of time, he was no lower than 4th in voting for MVP for 7 straight years. So it's difficult to say, we don't need a guy like that when you can't get out of the second round.
But if it's about what's going to get us over the hump, we're not good enough to win a championship. Isn't anything less than a championship enough to get Giannis? Let's say you go play Oklahoma City or the Spurs in the finals and you lose in 6.
I got to see how it looks.
Can't you look at it and go, well, I guess we're just not good enough to be the best. Let's get Giannis.
Yeah, I need to see how it looks.
Or why not just get Giannis anyway, just as insurance? It didn't stop the Dodgers from spending $60 million to get Tucker after winning back-to-back World Series. Why not just –
You're not wrong.
No matter what.
You're not wrong.
Let's get him. We got a chance to get him. Let's get him.
Mm-hmm. Especially if he can leverage it.
Yeah. Let's go to Kevin in Atlanta. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's been a couple of years since I called in. Hope you guys are doing okay.
Yep, you too,
Happy
man.
to have you back.
Thank you so much. I'm going to Game 4 on Saturday next week, and looking forward to it. Honestly, Atlanta's looking like a scary team. They're young and talented, but I think we can handle them in 5, maybe 6. And then we could go on to the second round. Would we play the winner of the Boston series if we make it to the second round?
Yes.
Okay, and that would be a fun rematch from last year.
Absolutely.
But I just wanted to ask Don a question. So I'm from Morris Plains, New Jersey, originally.
Okay.
And are you familiar with Morris Plains?
A little bit, yeah. I'm familiar with that area.
Okay, so I actually went to Ramapo for my first year, and then I transferred back when my family moved to Atlanta. I went to Mercer, but I'm happy for you, man, to do the commencement speech. That's going to be really exciting. You should be extremely proud of yourself for your career and everything.
Well, I am, and again, graduating college was one of the great achievements of my life, and to know that I'm going to get a chance to speak to kids who are going through that same thing is an honor, and try to help in some way, shape, or form to see if they can be as lucky as I've been, to be able to do the things that I've done. So I'm not going to take it lightly. I'm so proud that they've even asked me to do it. And coincidentally, it's going to be at The Rock, which is also, one of my more prouder achievements. So
I was thinking that plays right into probably where you go, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be a starting point.
Do you think they'll give you the option of having some fun with multimedia?
I don't know. See, now we can get kind of corny, no?
Well, I just mean pictures of Repug Don. Look at me and look where I've gone. Look at this man.
They won't get it. The kids won't get it.
Well, but the picture of him at the station, that's pretty classic. Even if you don't go with Repug Don.
No. All eyes on him, following his voice, listening to his story.
The beautiful pipes is what you're saying.
Absolutely. That's how you draw them in, and they'll be either caught up in what you're saying, or they'll be checked out.
Don't you have a speech coming up too?
I do.
Wait, don't have a Hall of Fame speech?
No.
They just put you in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
There's no speech?
No.
You're skipping it?
No, there just isn't a speech. It would take forever. We'd be there all day.
Well,
how many people are they putting in?
I think it's like 7, 8
not that
people.
many.
So why can't we do a remote?
Stroman's like the lead dog.
Why don't we go remote outside the building and just go rogue and just give a speech for our listeners?
Yeah,
you deserve a speech.
I'm here with my family. No, I definitely don't need a speech.
Okay.
They're not too. Don, don't you find it weird there's no speeches?
It is a little weird that there isn't some.
Usually inductions include speeches. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, they've made it clear. And I don't even know if I can be there because if, cross your fingers, the Knicks are playing that night. There'd be no reason to go.
Oh.
So there's I couldn't make a commitment.
And you have a
be
deep
there.
hatred of yourself, so you'd rather not go.
Oh, yeah. There's no one that hates me more than me.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to do is hear myself
big rivalry
give a speech.
between Hahn and himself.
Yes.
All right, ENN is next. It's Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Royals on Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day, Sunday, April 19th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joindoc or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic, and in-home delivery on any mattress $399 and up. It's free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Hey guys, have a good night. An accident on the inbound George lower deck on the New York side. That is being cleared from the left lane. So delays with that. And then we still had that accident being cleared on the Cross Bronx Eastman at the Sheraton. So a little dicey at the inbound George. Injury accident still on the FDR South and at South Street, just the far right lane getting by. A stall on the Jackie Robinson northbound at Cypress Hill Street blocking a lane. Crash on the Jackie Robinson southbound at Forest Park Drive blocking a lane. And earlier accidents on the Garden State Parkway northbound at exit 132 and exit 142 have both been cleared. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Smalls here. Look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded tirzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded tirzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into tirzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
DiPietro and Rothenberg's NFL Draft Couchcast, April 23rd, exclusively on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting,
the very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi. How's everyone doing? Welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
ENN tonight. It's, of course, brought to you by our dearest of friends at Fanatics Fest NYC. And I'd like to start off ENN tonight by saying good evening to Don.
Maybe she's got a hankering for some Peter.
And to Don.
More, please.
And to Don.
Got some more gruel, please.
What is gruel?
And to Don.
Yay!
And to Don.
The extra N is for extra nasty.
And to Alan.
Lonely clapper.
And to Alan.
Want to know what Don LaGreca is doing at night?
This would be great in a bragging. If we had one.
Imagine if there was drop madness.
Nah.
I'd like to say good evening to myself. Listen, I'll talk crazy to him. He comes after me, I'm running.
All right. You asked, gruel
is
a food consisting of some type of cereal, such as ground oats, wheat, rye, or rice,
It's
heated or
slop.
boiled in water or milk.
It's slop.
It is a thinner version of porridge. That's it. That's all I got.
So it's basically cereal.
It's slop, Don. I mean, Alan.
It's cereal.
It's a blurry line between cereal and slop.
Well, isn't what are the ingredients again? Oat, wheat, or
rye,
rice.
or rice.
Yeah, that's cereal.
But
Cheerios
what else?
in warm milk
But
is
honestly,
what it is.
if you get cereal where the big selling point is oats, wheat, rye, or rice,
It's borderline slop.
you better
Thank
put like 10 pounds of sugar in it, otherwise nobody's going to buy it. More, please.
That'll be me.
I'd also like to say good evening to myself. Want to know how he puts the man in Manfred?
No, we don't. We really don't.
Good evening to Monica speaking about me.
Way too short, way too bald, not my type.
Yeah, it was too quick.
Yeah, she had that ready.
It was ready.
Where's the lie, though? Let's be honest.
I mean, how tall is Monica?
6 foot.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, then there's no lie. No, you're right. I would have tried to push back on the bald, perhaps. I mean, I still could be too bald, but you can't fight 5'8" against 6 foot with a lady. That's tough.
And you know when you also say not my type, that's almost like the end of the sentence and more. Like I could give you other reasons why you're not my type.
Right.
It's such a great point. Because, like, not my type, she's not summarizing what she just said. She's saying there's more.
Right.
Do you want me to keep going?
Because she could have just
said, and generally he's a freak. I'm not a fan.
She could have just said he's not my type.
Right.
But she's like, well, I got to give you the top two.
Right. And then here, I'm not going to get into 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Right.
Way too short, way too bald, not my type.
Yeah, just making it clear. There's a lot more on the list, but we've got to keep it moving. Yeah.
This really hurts.
Your response to her, of course, is way too tall. I don't like blondes. Not my type.
That's not bad.
That's what you should do.
Let me say good evening to Chris Carlin.
I actually said this sentence. No, I want to be a serious broadcaster.
Oh my. Let's say good evening to Carlin.
Fat, bald, nasally. I got it.
He had a day. He had a good day, right?
He brought it today.
He looked like he really enjoyed that time with us.
He showed up.
Who needs a therapist when you can sit with us for a segment, right?
Yeah.
He showed up
That
and he
felt
wanted
like
to prove
therapy.
a point, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
Also proving a point, the Golden State Warriors, 126-121 winners last night in the 10-9 game out west. Clippers eliminated.
Amazing.
That
game was that was a throwback performance, man.
Turn back the clock
Yes.
night. Let me give you some stats if
Let's
it
hear
interests you.
Let's hear it.
35 from Steph.
Wow.
12 from 23. 12 of 23 from the floor. 7 to 12 from 3.
Only 7 threes. That's all.
Yeah, light work. Chris Stapp showed up as well.
Yep.
In 28 minutes, gave them 20 points, shooting 8 of 12 from the floor.
Yep. How about Al Horford? How about Old Man Winter?
Old Man Winter gave them
Give me his
14
stat line.
points in 22 minutes.
How'd he do?
5
from
of
three?
8 from the floor, 4 of 7 from 3.
4 of 4 from 3 in the second in the fourth quarter. How about that? Who saw that coming? And then Draymond Green, who not pictured in the box score.
Yeah,
had
not barely.
3 lockdown moments against Kawhi Leonard late in the game. That is also throwback. That's vintage Warriors stuff going on at the end of that game. And really, let's be honest, that's probably their moment in the postseason. That's it.
You think that's it?
Yeah, I mean, you think they're gonna do that again?
Well, Friday night, they will find themselves as 3.5-point underdogs in Phoenix. Win and in.
And guess who they get to play if they win?
Go ahead.
The Thunder.
Yeah, that would be the reward.
If you're Steph Curry, you're like,
The reward would be the 8 seed taking on the 1 seed Thunder.
You
Not
take
ideal.
that. You take that one, D-Book. And
if you listened, I don't know if you guys have any Steve Kerr over there. I didn't see it listed, but you may not have it. But Kerr after the game, Alan, basically said as much like, this is why Steph came back.
Right.
This is what we wanted. Like we just wanted to show people. Like I don't know that I've ever seen a coach as honest and self-aware about where a team is than Steve Kerr is.
Agree.
Like about he knows the end of the line is here. He talks about it a lot, and wanting to just show some fight last night, and that's exactly what you got. Maybe they could swing one more, but the reward would be a really tough series against Oklahoma City.
And the indignity of kind of probably being swept. Like, do you really want to go through that? With Steph's knees, I mean, he's managing it, but you could see every time he came off the bench to come back in the game, like you could see him just kind of warming it up and getting it, that he went through a lot this season. But what I loved is the notion that what Kerr had to say after the game, which tells you all you need to know about today's NBA, is he's like, everybody wanted him to shut it down for the season. What is there to play for? And he wanted to play. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, he's not 50.
Like a star player is supposed to. Can I walk? Yeah, I'm playing. It's a playoff game? Yeah. Yeah, if I can walk, I'm going to play. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. But Kerr's right. In a league where people are saying, you probably shouldn't play. What's the use? Why bother? And it's like, what do you mean, why? I love to play. I'm a great player who loves to play. If I can play, I want to play.
What movie, Peter?
Oh, yeah.
I like to
I
play.
like to play.
Oh.
He hits the symbol. I like to play.
Wayne's World.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sorry. Now.
And now this.
And now this.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Let's stay with the basketball. You guys want to hear from Shams Charania on Luka and Cade Cunningham being eligible for end of the season awards?
No.
Sure.
No.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
That was a reversal of fortune.
So you play half of it.
All right, let's hear Shams.
Look, this is a first for the NBA in terms of granting players the extraordinary circumstances challenge provision in this. And so the league and the players union essentially agreed that both Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham had circumstances that rose to the level of them being able to now be eligible for all NBA team and MVPs. In Luka Doncic's case, he missed 2 games in December with the birth of his daughter in Slovenia. In Cade Cunningham's case, he suffered a collapsed lung in mid-March. Luka Doncic played 64 games.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham was eligible for 63. The argument for Cade Cunningham was this was a non-basketball related injury. I'm told that's what the players union argued with the NBA. But essentially how this goes is the NBPA filed this petition, this challenge on Monday. That gets taken to the NBA. The NBA can either say yay or nay. The NBA was in agreement on both of them.
Now, interestingly,
wrong.
I was just going to add Anthony Edwards also petitioned. His was denied. Alan, go ahead.
The collapsed lung was definitely a basketball-related injury. He got hit in the back. He got hit in a game. And the back was bothering him, and he was supposed to actually miss a game because of like a contusion in his ribs or something until they found out, well, more than just a contusion happened in the ribs, your lung collapsed. I don't understand that. Look, you want to feel bad. I feel bad that he would have missed it by 2 games. I would have. Yes, you feel bad. But you're playing basketball. Things happen. Think about tell me another. Joel Embiid, he would have played more if his knee wasn't, so bulky, and that's not basketball related because his knee was healthy when the season started, but then he started walking on it.
Hey,
give me a
injury.
break. It's part of sports being hurt. It happens. I don't get it. Look, the birth of his child, take 2 games away. Okay, you want to give him those 2 games? That I get. That's extenuating circumstances. But the one with Cade, and this is not hate on Cade, this is just reality because we're now going to start blurring the line of the 65 games, which is exactly what the NBA does too much. They cater way too much. These awards are about money. That's what they're about. You get bonuses for this stuff. That's why I don't think that media should vote on them anymore. But that's a reality. This is about money and making sure that I'm protect your chicken. That's what this is about.
But this exists because players were taking advantage of the system, sitting out games.
Yep. It's
and
all
65 was kind of generous, right?
It's 80%.
It's an 82 games of the season. So we're still giving you 17 games to go play with your food.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Take a night off.
Plenty of time.
And now it should be 60. Well, come on. This exists because players took way too advantage of it, and this is the price you pay.
Yep.
So blame yourself.
Yep.
Because if there wasn't load management, and I know organizations get behind it too, but let's face it, a lot of these players just don't want to play an 82-game season. It's really ridiculous.
There should be? There should be an added award or an added bonus or something for players who play over 70 games. When you play over 70 games, it's got to mean more now than ever before. When you have players on your team that, like, think about this. I asked it because I was curious about it, so I looked it up. So the Knicks starting 5, all 5 of them played 65 or more games this season. All 5. Now, Hart didn't start all 65. He
right.
I think it was like 51.
But he played over 20 minutes.
But yeah. The only other team in the league that could claim that, the Spurs. That's it. No other team has that.
No, the players have screamed, our schedule is too long.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. Now, are they willing to negotiate in the next CBA a shorter schedule that is going to generate less money and put less money in their pocket? If they're willing to do that, then I'd say, you know what, more power to them. Good. Let's go to a 70-game schedule.
Right.
I'll be all for it.
You're going to lose 12-game checks. Do the math. That's how much you're losing. Not collectively. Everybody gets a game, right? You have game checks.
Yeah.
So we're going to take 12 games off. So whether you make $60 million a year or you make $4 million a year, your game check is going to be what your game check is based on your salary. So for some players, it's not as much as other players who are going to be giving up a ton of money. There's no way they're agreeing to it.
Another controversial NBA story is the investigation going on with Kawhi Leonard and the company that he was, quote-unquote, working with. Here's Kawhi on the NBA and the NBA Aspiration Probe.
I'm not sure. I never thought about it too much other than questions asked. So you have to ask the NBA, not me. I'm not the one doing the investigation.
Just a quick follow-up. How important is it for you to have some kind of resolution to that?
I think that we're going to be in the clear, like I told you before. So I'm not stressing it.
Well, because he's already got the money.
Yeah.
And his contract's probably going to end up being voided if they do find something. So
somebody's going to give him money. Somebody's going to, like, if this is his last game as a Clipper, which it very much could be, he's going to get a job somewhere.
Listen,
he's getting one more job. Yeah.
I see him going to the Lakers and LeBron going somewhere else.
Oh, man, him on the Lakers. Oh, don't know if I love that.
Is it bad that I don't love Kawhi anywhere? I loved him in Toronto and San Antonio. That's basically, like, he's obviously a fantastic player.
Yes.
But, like, I'm just
you.
Not seeing the success actually follow him for how good a player he is.
He's one of those guys that's like, is he box office?
No.
That's what I mean. So are you getting bang for your buck with him?
No.
No, and not only that, you're also not getting like he doesn't give the feel of effort at any point. I'm not saying he doesn't give effort.
He's part of the load management era.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big part of the load management era. Yeah. Plays when he wants to and doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to bother him when he doesn't. But when he does play, he's excellent.
But can there be nuance when we get to situations like we have with guys who, like, legitimately were hurt and they weren't load managing?
Yeah.
And they couldn't get to 65 games. And say, all right, the doctors can prove he had a collapsed lung. Or are we punishing him for, hey, well, don't put yourself in a situation where a collapsed lung is going to knock you out of the box?
But it's not punishing him. So do we now the guy who suffered an ACL tear and missed the last 20 games of the season? Do we say, well, it's not fair.
Well, think about that.
He tore his ACL.
But think about it.
It happens. It's part of the game.
I know, but
it sucks. But
isn't there a possibility that there could be a player that clearly is the MVP in both being the best player and also being so valuable to his team that did tear his Achilles, did only play 64 games, but clearly is the MVP of the league? And you say, I'm not going to punish him load management-wise because clearly this was not a case of load management.
I'm with you, and that's the part that I've said this, and this was a conversation a couple of weeks ago in Get Up, and that's when I said, because I used to be a voter. I can't vote now anymore because I am on a team broadcast. When you're on a regional sports network on a team broadcast, you can't vote anymore. But when I was a beat writer, I voted. I had these privileges, and I felt like you have to leave it to the discretion of the voter. Because that's why else are we given the privilege of voting if you don't respect and honor our ability to choose the right people and understand that if somebody – I would look at games played. I'm not giving a guy – like you played 51 games, sorry, you're not getting a vote. But if somebody played 62 and I know – that was tough, that you had a tough injury, whatever it was, yes. But if I knew there was a guy that's load managing, no. And it should be up to why are we voting then? If it's a standard, then we already know. Just use the number 65 and give me the stats. Yeah. And that'll tell you what it is. But if we're voting, there should be the nuance of certain players I can write in because I believe he deserves it. And see how many others agree with you. But we don't do that. We make rules.
So LaMelo Ball has been fined after that tripping of Bam Adebayo a couple of days ago. He was fined $35,000 for the foul plus another $25,000 for using profanity.
And that's the max. So he was fined the max of both things.
Shouldn't be playing.
But he's still playing Friday.
Yeah. So really, what was lost? I mean, that's
and Bam was lost
change.
For the whole second half for Miami.
Am I crazy for thinking that feels appropriate in a flagrant one?
A flagrant one?
They gave him a flagrant one too.
Yeah, that was and that's why he got the fine.
But Don, you think he should be suspended?
Sure.
Why do I?
First of all, he's a repeat offender.
Yep.
All right.
Video shows he's
injured
done it
the player where he couldn't come back and return,
which affects the game.
Then had the stupid excuse that I hit the back of my head, I didn't know where I was, but yet never left the game, so obviously he didn't suffer a concussion. It seems fugazi to me.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that part.
You can make the case that it was an intent to injure.
They called it reckless.
Yeah, and yet he loses his pocket change, but gets to play in an important game. But he obviously affected the game in which he committed the foul.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, it was a recent sound from Bam that LaMelo said he apologized to Bam. Bam said he never got an apology from LaMelo. So I mean,
Melo said I apologize.
All right, so there's almost two separate conversations happening here.
Yeah, he said it didn't.
One, he sounds like a complete jackass.
Yes.
Two, I guess what I was speaking to, without all of the other pieces, that my eyeball test when I saw it, while I thought it was dirty, to me didn't look like suspend the guy. Hearing all of it adding up, history, what he said after, no, he didn't actually apologize, the player ends up getting injured. Alan, also, can you lift your computer up? We don't need to see your face at all. You can just cover your entire face.
What was that? What was the Tim Allen sitcom where the neighbor?
Yeah, he's the neighbor on Home Improvement.
Or actually, or Kevin Weeks is about to tweet out a breaking story in the NHL.
I've been up since 4. I'm getting
tired.
I
know, but just take a look because you can look because it's so delayed. Look how you look on TV.
Oh, I love it.
It's an insane look you've had going here. You're too tall for this.
He was Wilson. That's his name, Wilson.
Yeah, he's Wilson from Home Improvement. Yeah. But no, Don, you hear what I'm saying? Like, to me, when I saw the eye test, I didn't go, oh, my God, he absolutely can't play. When you hear it all, that's nasty work. That's not very good.
It's unnecessary reckless contact. And by the way, again, there's nothing basketball about it. You tripped the player. Like, you pulled his foot. That there's nothing It's not a basketball play. There's nothing right about it. And if
what could you have been doing?
Finding a player, are you really punishing him? No, you're not.
It's the basketball equivalent of a slew foot in the NHL.
You know what? You're right.
Your only intent there is to hurt the player. Yeah. What do you think's going to happen, Peter, when you trip a player like that? And the slew foot is you come over and like in hockey and you take out the legs of a guy and have him fall backwards on the ice.
Yeah, dangerous play.
It only. You're lucky if something bad doesn't happen.
Yep. But he gets to play Friday night, and they get a chance to win that game, which they probably – I mean, Orlando, by the way, has checked out a team as you could possibly be.
Oh, my God.
It's embarrassing what Orlando is. They are 5 players. They are not a team. They could win this game, and they would go on to play Detroit in the first round, which would be a very interesting series.
It's also a shame. The play is such a shame, too, because it totally puts like a black eye on a game that really had a phenomenal ending.
You're right.
It was such a dope ending. But
the play-in has been
very good this year. It's been standout basketball this year.
Yep.
I agree.
Usually is.
Okay, former NBA player and assistant coach Damon Jones is expected to become the first player to plead guilty in that gambling sweep that led to the arrest of more than 30 different people.
Wow.
You know, a lot of different people are tied up in this, as we know, but Damon Jones is expected to plead guilty. So dimes will start to drop, kids.
Well, is his deal the poker games? He's not about, like...
Yeah, I think...
he wasn't compromising
He
was the poker game stuff?
He previously pled not guilty to separate indictments that charged him with profiting from rigged poker games.
There you go.
And providing sports bettors with non-public information about injuries to players like LeBron James
when
and
he was
Anthony
a coach.
Davis.
That's not good.
So there's both here. Now, a change of plea hearing for Jones in the sports betting case. So that is scheduled for April 28th in Brooklyn Federal Court. Lastly, guys, Alex Ovechkin says he's pretty sure that Tuesday's finale at Columbus was not his last game.
Okay.
Good.
To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure it's not my last game. I hope it's not my last game. He's 40 years old, obviously had a fantastic season. Don, are you shocked that he's still playing at the level he's playing at? Or does his style of game, lend itself to it could work at this age?
Well, two things. You're right about the last part because he's basically
specialist.
Just sits there, doesn't have to skate a lot. He's got an amazing shot. Everybody knows it's coming. Still had 30-plus goals this
Which
year.
is insane.
And that's why I think he can do it for a while. But it was a couple of years ago when the Rangers beat the Caps in the first round, swept them. And I did 3 of those 4 games in the playoffs. He looked like a done player. He looked cooked. And I'm like, he may not get to Gretzky's record.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the 40-plus goal season, completely rejuvenated. He does not seem like the same player. But is there room on a team for a guy that can go out there and score 30 goals?
Power play specialist?
Work on the power play?
Right?
Of course.
Absolutely.
And listen, we've had this conversation before, Peter. He's the greatest player ever to play in Washington, D.C. He's better than any Redskin, any Wizard, any Cap. It's Alexander Ovechkin. If he wants a job for life, you give it to him. You know, if he wants to play, he plays. People are still going to want to see him play. He's not going to affect you. He's a good guy. I'd love to see him hang around. He's fun to cover, fun to be a part of. Crosby, too.
It's amazing.
The next best player in DC sports did not play in DC, in my opinion, Don. The next best player would probably be Cal Ripken, who played in Baltimore.
Oh, you wanted to go by that area.
Well, at that time, because at that time there was no DC team,
Mm-hmm.
but
right,
exactly. it's still Baltimore.
Who knew a Russian would just do so well in Washington D.C.? But honestly, though, and I know hockey players have a different mentality. Farewell tour, is it like Gretzky kind of did it, right? Not really a tour, but we knew this was it for Gretzky. He did the whole ceremonial hanging up the skates thing. Like, does Ovechkin and then Sid, whenever I don't know if Sid's ever going to retire. He might have to get forced out because he loves to play so much. But those two definitely deserve some type of a recognition.
You just as a fan, I'm going to want to know if it's the last time I'm going to see him.
Yeah,
you know, and I think they play at the level that I don't think anybody would have had an eye on that. They deserve their tour. Now, I think Crosby still has. It feels like several years.
Oh, no, he doesn't look like he's ever slowing down.
But if Ovechkin came back and said, this is it for me, I think he would deserve his flowers in every building he played in.
Yeah, he definitely deserves the tour. That'll do it for ENN, brought to you by Fanatics Fest NYC. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th to the 19th. You already know, so many incredible, huge local and national stars from all sports, WWE, and more at the world's largest sports fan festival. Tickets available now at fanaticsfest.com.
Last call crew, 1-800-919-3776. Bibbidi-boo. You got the Knicks, you got the Yankees, you got the Mets, you got Samantha Fox.
All on the table.
You got the rivalry between Alan Hahn and Alan Hahn.
You've got
the
Oliver.
rivalry between Oliver and
Please, more, sir.
and
Wait.
Rule.
Please. Alan Hahn, Rosenberg and Rosenberg. Will Alan fully disappear when we come back?
Right,
if you're
we don't
watching
know.
on YouTube,
I
who
think
knows?
he might be gone.
Here you go.
On ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
It's great to be in this position, but it doesn't really mean anything because at the end of the day, when you get in the playoffs, you got to find a way to win 4 of those 7.
The Hawks.
Atlanta's a good team. They're a good team. Everybody's good, especially at this time of the year.
The NBA playoffs.
You are better than Atlanta. Period. Stop. You should go out and you should beat Atlanta. And it should not be one of these extended series either.
No, you should beat them in 5.
You should.
Game 1 coverage begins Saturday at 5 on 880, 1050, and the ESPN New York app.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good.
I'm big on having the right game plan.
Sure are.
On the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself. As a pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, I've fixed that problem. We've fixed the glitch.
I like it.
Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito service and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out. Listen, if you got nothing to do tomorrow.
Okay. Where's this going?
I know.
Go to Somerset.
Oh.
Somerset Patriots are home. And you've got Cole making a rehab start. Volpe's down there already.
Yep.
Take a look at Lombard Jr.
Lombard Jr., Volpe are the 1-2 batters, by the way.
It's a great ballpark. I mean, I don't make a dime off them.
If you're a real fan, you go to that.
Right. If you're like somebody like our producer, Anthony Pusick, you would make an effort to get to Somerset tomorrow after the show.
Make an effort.
You'd get down there.
What do you think? From here?
From here on a Friday. I think you'd get there in time for like the top of the third.
Well, that's not
maybe,
bad.
Maybe bottom of the third inning.
So you're going to catch Lombard's second at bat, Volpe's second at bat. Cole be done by then.
Cole be done, but or you know what? Just go on any day during the course of the summer. He lives in Brooklyn. Go through Staten Island, take the Outer Bridge, 287, bang, park over in the Target parking lot.
They redo the Outer Bridge yet?
I haven't been on it.
Or the Goethals is new, right?
Goethals is new.
That's new.
Yep.
That's something.
The Outer Bridge, though, is still the rickety old bridge that once used to just have Peter, they used to just have a double line in the middle of the bridge. So you were heading in one direction, and a car was coming the other way. And the only thing that stopped both of you from crashing head on was this double line that you knew can't cross the double line.
Well, the double line is the double line.
Yeah. It was a force field.
Nobody would ever cross that.
No. Now there's a small wall.
Right.
Yeah. So they upgraded.
So, swing by. They do a good job over there at Somerset.
Yeah. Beautiful ballpark.
Tickets are very inexpensive. Food's great.
What'd
and you
go
get to see major league caliber players.
What you go to?
Chicken fingers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't get the Dippin' Dots. I don't understand it.
Dippin' Dots.
It's the ice cream of the future.
Well, just have ice cream. Honestly. If you got ice cream is almost perfect, right? I mean, they did the day they invented ice cream, they were doing something.
Yeah.
Right? Why do I need a facsimile of ice cream when I could just get ice cream?
Just ice cream.
Don't get the Dippin' Dots.
No.
Don't understand it.
Need a cone, put it in a cup one way or another.
And there's nothing more American, honestly. If you wanted to show how American you are,
a hot dog,
your avatar on X or Twitter should be a plastic miniature baseball helmet filled with ice cream. Is it any more American than that?
Glorious.
No, honestly.
It's more American than the flag, some would say.
But more than the flag, more than the hot dog, apple pie.
And Chevrolet.
The Empire State Building, whatever, the Statue of Liberty, whatever.
No.
Nobody ever ask where you're from if you've got whatever your favorite team is, or even if it's the Somerset Patriots.
Batting
they got
helmet, ice cream in it, that's America.
It's America.
It's America.
All right, last call, crew.
Go ahead.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Nobody. What is America to me? Is that the Sinatra song, right?
Yeah.
It's just for you. It's just one line. It's ice cream and a batting helmet.
Come on, it's not. And they flatten the top out for you so you can put it down. When I was a kid, man, they had it at Carvel, Mets or Yankees, and I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, collect them all.
And being from Jersey, they always had a limited supply of Mets because that was Yankee country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was the big deal. Big deal. America. Cody, San Diego.
That's America.
Yeah,
You're
guys.
America. How are you?
I'm great. I would love to know, speaking of food, what you guys think of my fast casual food idea for gruel and go.
There you go.
Oh,
Right?
what
So
an item.
We have multiple gruels of different flavors simmering constantly. The flame is always going, so
Always
the flavor is just building
The
over
pots
years.
are boiling over, right? They're just
Right.
a mess.
Your overhead is like $1.50 a day.
Easy.
Right?
We charge $10 a bowl.
You have to bring your own bowl,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
we'll slop it right in the bowl. You
gotta bring your
hold
own
it
bowl.
out the window,
Right.
and they just
The
slop it
drive-through
right
potential?
in. Oh, it's easy.
And by the way, there's a special meal. It's this is one of the things you promote with. You can just pull up to the window and they just scoop it up with their hand and throw the slop right in your face.
There. Looks like just a big ladle hanging out of a window. Whoop.
Just drop it on you.
I think the Yankees would do well, honestly, in serving some gruel. They could probably charge $50 at Yankee Stadium.
No, I'm sorry. The Mets are the team serving up the gruel.
Oh, how about
okay?
a gruel in
That's
a batting
good point.
helmet?
Kosher gruel on the Sabbath.
No, we can't do that now.
No, that's out now.
That's
There's no
out.
Jewish celebration.
Cody,
for the team,
I love that you're vibing with us. This is awesome.
Good.
Yeah, you guys are having a good show, and have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot, man. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that.
By the way, tomorrow morning, guys, big Rosenberg first take appearance here from Las Vegas.
Again? Wow.
WrestleMania back
Wait, you
two
were on-
times in a week.
You were on yesterday.
Money's falling out of his pocket.
Oh, then you,
Oh, yeah.
falling out of
you
his
You
pocket.
obviously know the
strategically put
details of my
yourself.
deal.
You strategically put yourself in front of the jukebox, man. You look like money yesterday.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Sports
Sure
Center.
is.
The Sports Center with Hannah Storm.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, I'm excited to be. I'm on in the 11 o'clock hour on First Take tomorrow. The Tribal Chief Roman Reigns will be on when I'm on as well. So
Okay.
very excited for that. And then I'm going to do a special, my Cheap Heat Live that I do on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7 comes on right after that, noon to 2 from the MGM with a bunch of guests. The Mania stuff out here it's Mania. It is legitimately Mania. And also, I had a drink last night when I arrived with my manager and one other gentleman. We ordered a total of 3 drinks from the bar at the MGM. I would like you guys to guess the price.
6 and 1. Oh, sorry.
$64.
Wait, 3 drinks?
3 drinks. It was a Negroni and 2 old fashions.
At the bar.
The old fashioned had to set you back $25.
$150.
$150.
No, I'm going to
Sit
say
out, Jake. Jake, show yourself out.
$64.
That's strong. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Just because you said 64, I'm gonna go 70.
All right.
I said 6 and 1. I'll go 61.
How about $82?
Oh, my
Wait,
goodness
are you including the
gracious.
tip?
No.
You're not including the tip.
I believe it was $26 a drink.
Jesus, Mary and St. Joseph.
Edible
All right,
gold
so
in
it was
those
two-
drinks.
It was 2 old fashions and a what?
And a Negroni, which is another mixed drink.
I'm not familiar with that work.
You're not familiar with the work of the Negroni.
When I was in, where was I? Detroit.
Alan, when I told the story,
It's gin and vermouth, and
in my brain,
it's not bad.
It's not like a conscious thought that like I need to say, but in my brain, as I'm telling it, this is how well I know Don. I go, no chance Don knows what a Negroni is. Will he ask what's a Negroni?
I thought he was going to say, "What's a jabroni?"
No, I did not know what it was.
Quite the call for it though at the hotel bar, right?
Well, it's the MGM, so it's like a bar, down in the casino.
Okay, all right.
It's one of those.
I had an old
Those
fashioned.
are the best places to sit, though, because the characters that come through there is unreal. It's unreal.
You mean the prostitutes?
Well, I said characters.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this.
You could have left that alone.
The nice part about it being WrestleMania weekend at the MGM, as opposed to when I'm usually here, which since the early 2000s, I must have stayed at the MGM 15, 20 times for fights over the years.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing is while there are lots of wrestling weirdos here, on a fight weekend, guys, and I'm sure John Winthrop remembers this well, the mix of like legitimate gangsters, pimps, prostitutes, drug dealers that flood this place, it's like it's a murderer's row in the most
Literally.
legitimate way possible.
Literally.
So it's
Well, you
nice that
understand,
here you still get some characters, but it's not the same.
But the great thing about Vegas, it's kind of like when the Super Bowl was in New York. You could have WrestleMania in Vegas, and 75% of the people don't care.
They have no idea what's going on.
Right. So you still have all of what Vegas has to offer.
Although, Don, I don't...
Does it feel like it's the whole town? Like the strip is overwhelmed?
Vegas just isn't... It's not...
It's not that big.
I'm at the MGM, right? I'm not at, the Wynn, okay?
Mhm.
I'm not at the hottest casino in town
you're
anymore.
You're the other end, right?
So it doesn't feel like quite what you're saying anymore. I think at the Wynn and the coolest places, it probably would still feel like that. But like
Bellagio,
the MGM,
Caesars, yeah.
Yeah, Bellagio for sure. I think Caesars taking a step back too.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm very happy at the MGM, and
Sure.
I've been here a million times. Good time. But yeah, it's not like rocking with everyone else. It feels very much like the Mania crowd is here.
But real quick, going back to the old fashioned. I had an old fashioned in Detroit when I got off the air. Whenever these days all melt together.
Of course they do.
So, I guess it was Friday. So I did the show on Friday, and then I went down and had a drink. It was a banana old fashioned.
Really?
Now I tried it. I wouldn't do it again. It wasn't bad, but
Some things don't need the fruit thing.
It just had like one of those like dried bananas in it. It definitely smelled like it, which I love banana, but I think I'm going to stick with the other fruits of the old fashioned.
Yeah.
But listen, Peter and I are very close. At least I find our relationship to be close. He's done a lot of good for me. Nothing better than introducing me to an old fashioned.
Really?
Yeah. It changed my life.
Okay.
Michael turning me on to boxer briefs at that level.
Wow.
Yeah,
what an
at that
honor
level.
to be in that category.
I was
Of
tidy
Michael
whities
and the
before
boxer
Michael.
briefs.
And he changed my life. Old fashions have changed my life.
Guys, I have another meeting I have to go to for WrestleMania.
All right.
Be great.
Enjoy yourself.
I will see you guys on First Take, and then I'll see you again tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel
All
for
right.
Don Hahn Rosenberg.
More Last Call crew without Peter as he goes to do wrestling things. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
Want to earn extra income for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for ambitious business owners to assist with local deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront costs, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, I can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of, the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And, these boats are, the fastest boats in the world racing, with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool. And it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year. So we're pumped.
We are pumped as well. Taylor, we appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver, Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York.
It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Paramus, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly, professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Paramus at the Courtyard by Marriott, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold. The bright yellow building on Route 9 South in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Told you this is my song with Emma. Emma loves this song.
Summer breeze.
So I told you about, because it's summer breeze, but it's spring, and that's a big project time for me around the house, Donnie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to do a window thing. This project is now evolving. This is how psycho I'm getting now. Might add a door to this thing. I'm getting that fired up about it, right? So we got the carpenter coming on Sunday. He's going to look around, give an estimate. But I already know where I'm going for all of the materials that I'm going to need. You know where it is? It's Rings End.
There it is.
I've been telling you about Rings End. They, to me, when you say, well, why Rings End? Let me explain. They work with all the pro contractors, the best ones, who build and remodel for a living. They are trusted by the pros. So that's why I trust them, too. And you can, too. Ask any of your contractors. You tell them. I had a project to do. I want to get, let's say, windows or doors or something, maybe a decking. You want to have a room or two painted, get some lumber. You got to frame out a wall. You want to build out a wall. You want to build out an extension. You want to redo your kitchen. You ask them, when you go to get all the materials that I need, I want you to go to Rings End. They built to last high-end product lines that the contractors rely on. Now, this is not a national chain. Rings End has regional expertise, 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County, and 12 freestanding paint centers. It is also family-owned and operated since 1902. Rings End has deep Northeast roots, and they support local builders and communities. And by the way, if you can't make it to a store, just go online. Shop online at ringsend.com. That's ringsend.com, Donnie.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
You know the 16 teams that are going to the playoffs in the NHL, right?
Not off the top of my head, but a majority of them, yes.
Okay. So who do you think has the cheapest seat?
Cheapest seat. Great question.
I want to say Utah, but it's definitely not Utah.
It can't be Utah.
Utah's
That's an expensive city.
Utah's cheapest seat
Carolina.
is $182.
Carolina.
Carolina is one of 3 teams that are in double digits. Carolina's cheapest ticket is $98.
That's tremendous.
98.
Because they're not playing a Devils, or Rangers, or the Islanders. That's why they can do
4.
that.
There are actually 4 teams that had double digits.
Okay. But they're not the cheapest, though.
No.
Wow.
Are Dallas is still cheap?
No
Dallas
way.
is second cheapest at $83.
Wow, really? They can't sell?
It's nice. It's nice down there.
They can't sell. That's why they're so cheap.
Team
There's no
that's a team that can make it to the Western Conference.
I know.
Don't go by, availability because these buildings will be sold out.
No, they'll be sold out.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what they're paying.
Don't tell me Colorado.
No, Colorado is third at $92.
What about Ottawa?
Yeah.
Ottawa's $115.
Okay.
Okay. Tampa.
Tampa is $122.
Okay. Right.
Just because of time, I will tell you the Vegas Golden Knights, $76.
Stop.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Now,
in Vegas?
That's a show.
A show
who
in
has
Vegas?
the most expensive ticket?
Well,
Buffalo.
Buffalo is the answer. The cheapest seat to go see the Sabres is $464.
Well, all right. Is that the demand, or is that what they're selling them for face value?
I'm just going by...
Because
I'm guessing people got
I'm sure it's demand.
That's got to be
got to be on the secondary.
Okay, because again, it's only been 100 years since they've made the playoffs.
$464 is the cheapest seat. $7,062 is the most expensive.
Who's paying that?
They have it at both ends.
By the way, they do have on ESPN a playoff hockey challenge.
Okay,
yep. Callie's going to do it.
Maybe I'll make a DHR.
And we'll try it tomorrow.
I like this. Yeah.
David in Stamford, you're on ESPN New York.
What's up, boys?
What's
so
up?
Before I get into my Devils point, Don, just a graduation speech tip. I remember my college graduation. It was some bank executive from one of the big banks, and she started by saying, G in graduation is for, and then went through like GRA, the whole spelling, and it was like a collective groan that went through the room.
Yeah,
I'm going to kill him with this.
I hope I don't have an arena groaning at me, but I will not. I wasn't planning on doing that, but it's good to know.
But listen, with the Devils, I personally am very disappointed with this season. Like the start we had, the expectations from last season, Hughes being relatively healthy for the most part, everything was sort of overshadowed by the Olympics and Jack performing well in the Olympics. But the Devils had a very bad. We should not be in this position where the Devils are not in the playoffs. It's been terrible.
Well, you talk about Jack's health. Jack missed 21 games after injuring his finger in Chicago, and we got to let you go, David, because we're up against it. And then he came back, I'm sure, to get ready for the Olympics, and he wasn't 100%. So there's probably about a 30-35 game span where you got no Jack or about 50% of Jack.
Right.
So you can't say relatively healthy. If Jack plays 82 games, he becomes, I believe, their first 100-point scorer and maybe their first 50-goal scorer, and they go to the playoffs. Now, I'm not telling you not to be disappointed because I don't think this team would have made any kind of run, and that's disappointing, but I think they're a playoff team. But you can't say Jack relatively healthy. He was not relatively healthy.
He wasn't. Now, the other question is not just on the other side of the Hughes family. Does Luke need to have his – he's got to step it up,
No,
right?
he's going to have to step it up.
This was not a good year for him.
I think, but when they're healthy on the ice together, the Devils are a really good team.
Of course.
But they both have to be healthy for a full 84 coming up next year.
That's right.
All right, if you're on hold, hang in there because more local shows is Pat O'Keefe, one of our favorites.
Love Pat.
Is going to be coming up, take you up until 9 o'clock. We will talk to you again tomorrow at 3.